Hi guys, welcome in. This is Carson Yankee Deer Hunter from KKWx TTV, where we are going to be playing Godbound Trust Issues on Opus. Now, this is Season 1. This is my own homebrew. Okay. So let's begin with this conversation. Let destiny be your guide in Godbound Trust Issues. Meet the Godbound crew from Opus. Their world is about to change forever. They just woke up, and it is a city full of corporations, and run by a political machine in a city that is alive. Meet the Godbound crew from Opus. Their world is about to change forever. They just woke up. In a city corrupted corporations of political machines, the city is alive and cares nothing but for the little man. Will they find any solace? Riley, AI, 66. Soldier, in the House of Agni, which is the House of Fire. Found in Spoke 3, middle circle, with the words of AI, alacrity, and sword. Civ, Taurus, human, 30. Psych patient, formerly a librarian, had a problem. House of Lipwaken, which is the House of Air. Spoke 1, middle circle, time, networking, and knowledge. Raiden Fox, mixes them, Fox, 26. Engineer, hockey, which is the Earth House. Spoke 5, middle circle, engineer, bow, and sky, I think. Yeah. Ignis, red dragon, 1000 plus. Profession, business CEO. Agni, fire. Spoke 3, upper circle. Cormac, human, 28. Anarchist, barista, acupuncturist. House, will not tell you. Spoke 7, lower circle. Sun, passion and endurance. Where faith, magic, and technology meets. Let destiny be their guide as they carve out a new future for everyone, one way or another. Let us begin. Alright, guys. Now that I can finally take this off because this Discord or OBS decided to be nice to me and allow for everything to be changed, let's go ahead and get involved in this new segment, this new intro. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a conversation with each of you, or with actually the audience. The audience is going to be involved in this today because I'm going to have them think about what the world looks like, and then, yes, I know, I'm going to zoom out in a second. We had a change. Things always change with Discord, and wow, it is just like creeping along today. All because I want to do things right, and now it just doesn't want me to. Okay, well, in the moment, let's go with at least talking about the story. The year is 2323. Terra's overpopulation had made it nearly unlivable. Mars has been populated by a new, higher society of those escaping from the dying Terra and renamed New Terra. The cinema begins with 2 spaceships leaving the solar system, passing New Terra and along the galactic equator of the Milky Way galaxy called the Nexus. You see this inside your sleeping pod as the ship travels this Nexus light waves. Now, was the Nexus line? The Nexus line is the purple line that you see going there. That is considered the galactic equator. And yes, this is the Milky Way galaxy. And these are all the places that we will possibly visit in this game eventually. There are also the places, the ones with the stars, are places that the Empire has control over. Eventually and in the future and all that. So as you can see, there's quite a few places that the Empire is part of. The Empire we're talking about is the KKWx Empire, which you guys have heard about all this time with me as from KKWx and as the Empress. But this is from another time when there was very much of a dark age time for the universe. Decades of deep lore, yes. So, you're going across the Nexus light waves. Time passes. Your eyes open slowly as a bright light pains them for a few moments. As your vision returns, the door to your pod opens with a dry hiss, allowing you to escape its claustrophobic confines. You are surrounded by many others that have already awoken and are looking out their large portholes to the planet below. The planet is a volcanic husk of newly formed planet with huge plumes of red, hot ash being blown out of the mountainsides, volcanoes with rivers of glowing hot magma flowing in the rivets of the pools of multicolored primordial ooze. As the magma hits the ooze, huge clouds of multicolored steam in its newly forming atmosphere. Your eyes are drawn to your destination. A tremendous circular cityscape forming from a large central spire at the ends that extends into the sky. The city is a soft-colored dome covering it, protecting it from the harsh environment. Myriads of neon color come from the city. As your craft flies closer to the city, it begins to park in its hangar. The dome flows and hugs the craft to keep the environment away from the city patrons. Your craft enters the huge port and lands slowly. The side of the craft opens slowly as a large tube surrounds the opening, showing a long walkway that glows along the sides, showing the direction that you are about to walk. Surrounding the walkway is a soft neon glow of opaque protective dome surrounding you. The material under your feet feels metallic, but with a softer feel. Parts of your eye is drawn to the areas of the walkway. That seems that the walkway itself moves under your feet, ever so slightly. As you rise upward and as if it's rising upward and downward. Yet as you look for it to repeat, you're unable to find the occurrence happening again. Must be a trick of the light. You think to yourself. The pathway ends to a large circular doorway made of the same material below your feet. The doorway slowly slides to the side to reveal a city proper. The myriad of people mill about the crowded streets of the tall buildings. First eye-catching detail is how do the people of the city meet and mixture with the machine and flesh. Eyeballs replaced with electronic sensors, appendages replaced with mechanical replacements of either function or fashion. Cabling running forms in their backpacks and central body to supply nutrition and narcotics. Even the buildings seem to be a mix of that metal and concrete and electrical formations that seem so alien in appearance and so alive. Within the city proper, you look upward to see that the dome itself is far, far above you, as a blue and purple appearance to it. The stench of smog hits your nose as you move further away from the docks and that you landed upon. The clammy air causes pollution to stick to your skin and make it itch. The colors with which the city has within is also worn by the ones who live within it. Common colors that they carry and wear are black, gold, silver, and then they have always one different color. Blue, green, orange, white, red, yellow. These are all mixed in the clothing, giving the illusion of symbolism of station and badge of some type. Yet one thing is apparent, the lack of purple shading any of the clothing. As you glance at the new surroundings, the feeling of the alien environment becomes overwhelming until it feels like it is as if time slows to a crawl. Suddenly you feel an intense heat to your left, and as you glance just to the source, an intense bright light blows the side of the building as a light and shock waves blow into you, pushing you to the other side of the roadway. Intense heat and shock waves pummel your body as you slam into the opposing building and slump to the roadway. The sound finally reaches your ears as the noise is so loud and steals your hearing, causing them to ring instead for a moment, not letting you hear anything. You're drawn in a breath filled with heat and pain, and it becomes because what that means is you are still alive. Now that was for the audience. This is for the crew. Roughly a month ago, each of you have involved yourself in a massive experiment and offering to test a brand of new cyberware. It's called Wetwire. And when it was offered, you accepted. You knew that you were guinea pigs, and you knew this was not ever made to work before in this manner. Now, there was another company that did, but this one is new. Something is special about this one compared to the one before. You knew none of the other volunteers for this process, and you are now going to be living with those consequences of your decision that you accepted. Cormac, you are first. Can you explain what you look like?
Alright, normally Cormac stands about 6'2" ish, somewhere around there. Generally doesn't concern himself with any type of brand labeling or nothing. It, honestly, it looks like he just picks up his clothes from the Salvation Army or whatever dollar store you can get them from, or maybe just picks them up off the ground if he finds them and cleans them. Uh, he normally keeps his hair a little bit disheveled, probably right around chin length. Doesn't bother trying to do anything special with it. He does not care. Uh, his skin is slightly tanned, but not a lot. He doesn't get to see a lot of the sun, living in the lower city. Uh, Normally they're covered up, but when for under his clothes, but there are a massive amount of scars that crisscross his body from all the fighting he did in his past and all the quote unquote what do you call it, morally gray activities he got up to in the past. Yeah, that's what everybody else calls him. And everybody gives the same look. I know everybody stared at me now. Morally gray, therefore illegal. Uh, we will deal with his eyes later, as they are no longer the color they used to be.
Mm-hmm. And we will be discussing that in a moment. But this is what, for those of you who are watching, this is Opus right here. I'm trying to get it in view. There's Opus as you see it. It's got spokes, it's got circles, and the circles are basically the steps. You have the hydro farms, that's where everybody gets their food from. You have the lower circle, which is right here. And it goes all the way around. It doesn't just stop at that spot. It goes all the way around, and that is considered the slums. You have then the next one, the lower middle class, or middle circle. You have then the business circle, which is where they're starting. The upper middle circle, and then the big thing in the center is the T'Pol. Now, T'Pol means high priestess, but is actually the leader of this city. Now, I did say that I was going to go with a cyberpunk type of city. So the T'Pol is literally just a figurehead. And the ones who are in charge is the business circle. So, I'm going to change this page now so that we've gone through all that. And the spokes are places, they go all the way out. And it's the regions that the people live in. Business that blew up in front of everybody. And we're starting right here. Okay. Little flustered. Sorry. Alright. You are awoken up first. You see a brunette female with black and blue garments and a tiny data pad in her bloody hands. She seems to be very shaken and mumbling to herself as she pulls her half-broken at the half-broken hatch is between you and her. Please be alive, please be alive. Patient 352, please be alive. She shakes as she opens and sees your eyes. There's been an attack. I'm trying to get you all out safely. My name is Jill Exposition. I need to get you out and the rest out. Something's wrong with your eyes. They're really, really bright. Oh, okay. She drops the data pad for a second there as she attempts to pull the hatch hard as she can, and then takes the stethoscope to your chest to check for a heartbeat. What happens?
Well,
Hey,
as this lady goes to put the stethoscopes up, Corvex's eyes are going to lose that unfocused, glazed over look that people have when they're, waking up from anesthesia or whatever.
mm-hmm.
He's immediately going to grab her by the front of the shirt and throw her up against one of the walls.
Hey.
Where am I?
You're at SOB Corporation. Please don't hurt me. I'm trying to help.
Help with what? What is going on?
There was an accident. Well, not an accident. We've been blown up. The building's been blown up. Can you just don't hurt me? I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to get you guys out safely, and then I'll talk to you and I'll tell you everything that's happened. Just don't hurt me. I'm trying to get all of you out.
All of who?
Do you not remember anything? You were in an experiment. An experiment for wet wire? Do you not remember this?
I vaguely remember something about somebody doing something, corporations doing what they do. Alright. Fine. Get the others out.
Thank you. Right.
And he'll let her go. Why is it so bright in here if there was an attack?
You might want to take a look at your eyes. They're kind of bright as, like, light bulbs, like laser lights. They're scary. Please don't. Please, just let me go.
But he's already let her go at this point.
Okay. She kind of gets away from you really fast, and she heads on to the next pod, and a body just drops out.
While we're walking, is there a reflective surface?
Yes, the entire floor is reflective.
Oh, alright, so Korak will stop, look at the obscenely polished floor. His first thought is they need to give a payment or a wage increase, a raise, that's what they're called, to the janitor because he's doing a hell of a job.
Okay.
And then he's going to become extremely confused as to why he no longer has normal eyes, and his eyes are now glowing with a golden color.
I don't know how many of you are still alive. Obviously, this one didn't make it. Just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing it.
Yes, and I want to ask you about that job. What were you trying to do to us?
You were an experiment for wet wire. The reason why we chose wet wire is because cybertech has become very, what's the word? Dangerous at best. People are starting to find that the body is breaking down to the cyber wire. So we're trying something different. We're trying wet wire, which allows for it to not reject what you decide to do to your bodies, and instead enhances you from the inside out. Now, I need to get the others out. Does that help you at least for the moment?
I think it helps you with throwing this corporate mumbo jumbo at me, but sure.
Thank
Move
you.
on.
Moving on. So she opens up another pod. Death just falls. I mean, literally, a pile of goo just falls out of the pod. This is not good. We're losing so many of you.
Seems that I was the lucky one.
One of them, at least.
You're 1 for 3 so far.
I know. I'm just doing my job. I'm just a scientist. I'm not the one who runs this place. I'm just trying to protect you. Anyway.
Doing a bang-up job.
The bang-up job is due to FN Enterprises, not because of me. Now.
You're all the same.
She starts knocking on the next one, and she kind of notices there is a body there. She moves her feet against the rubble and starts to damn it, more pods destroyed. But then she notices Ignis. Patient 324? Are you awake? Are you alive?
Would he even be able to hear you with the pod closed?
Yes, because it's half open. Part of it's been destroyed. She tries to unlock the latch. Fine, I'll move.
He just rips it off. Not meaning to.
She starts to put in the datapad something about you.
That's new. Hey. They'll go get a chair. Or something approximating a chair.
You want a chair?
No, to move the new person out onto.
Okay.
While his experience wasn't so bad, he was able to get up and move around like right away. Other people might not be that lucky.
So she does go get
I'll get it while she's running her tests.
What you also do not, what I did not explain to you is that when you look at her, she's bleeding.
That's her own fault. Should have done a better job.
Wow. So.
Wait, I have zero, but I don't shit about medicine.
But she does help you, Ignis, into a chair when he finally gets there.
Am I awake, or am I still like in that groggy, like half conscious state?
You're kind of groggy, but you are awake.
Alright.
But as she looks at you, she looks and sees that your eyes seem to be on fire. Are you okay?
I would wager not. He just woke up.
I've definitely felt better in the past. Give me a rundown. What's been going? What happened?
We had an attack.
An attack? An attack where?
Oh, you don't know either. Oh my goodness, what happened? SOB Industries has welcomed you to a project. The project is called Wet Wire. I wish I could just tell you all when I finally get all of you at once. And
That's right. I'm starting to remember now.
oh, good.
Ignis appears as a tall white human with long scarlet hair and mesmerizing red eyes that apparently are on fire now.
They're on fire for the
He's
moment. They'll start to dissipate, but they're on fire for now.
He's wearing a plain brown leather jacket and a pair of black jeans and t-shirt. When he exits the pod, while sitting down, he goes to try to stand up, and he sees his reflection in some of the nearby glass from the pod. That's right. It's coming back now. I'm remembering. Ignis runs his hand through his hair, and it spikes back up into a large mohawk.
I probably should have asked. Are we wearing our own clothes, or are we in like medical gear?
You're basically in the gear that you see Civ in, with your patient numbers.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
In that case, Ignis snaps his fingers and his outfit becomes what he just described.
Okay.
That's unusual.
Interesting.
Although I shouldn't, not one to judge.
And Doctor, who's our bright little fellow with us?
This is patient 352. I don't know his
Name's
name.
preferable.
He didn't. His name is X.
Fair enough. I'll turn to our bright young fellow. Do you remember your name? I'm Ignis.
Xavier Jones. Hence the X.
Fair enough. Well then.
They didn't ask me to write my full name. They simply said to write something.
You're right, because an X will do.
So everything looks like a bit of a shit show.
Mildly.
Mildly, I still have to go get the other patients, and hopefully they're alive too.
Alright, well, let's go.
All right, so
Lead the way.
you were in this one. So do you see where we're at in the picture?
Yes.
Put
Am I
your
able to
character
grab the
right
token
there.
now?
Yeah, that's where the token should be.
Oh, bruh. You need a background.
I really do. I'll just do that real quick, actually.
Alright. Again, easy enough to do two things. So Miss Jilly X is gonna move on to the next one, I assume?
Yes, she is going to move on to the next one. Now, as you go across, Cormac, you actually see this. There is this one right here, the one that looks like a circle.
A big green one? Alright.
Yeah. That one has a bunch of body parts in it.
That's almost
there's
unsettling.
definitely no body, full live body in there. By the way, that is going to come in importance in the future, near future. She goes to the next one once again.
Well, and as she's crossing the hall, he'll look at her and be like, what is that, the tank for the spares?
No, that unfortunately was a young lady who was a part of the police, ended up getting blown up, and we've been trying to rebuild her. I gotta find her too. She's got to be here somewhere in this establishment.
So that's not her main tank, so that literally is a spare body part tank.
Yes. I'll find her. I need to find her. We will find her.
Oh, I'm sure. But in how many pieces?
I don't know. I am just a scientist. I just worked for the man. You act as if I am the one in charge of this. I'm not. I'm just helping.
No, but you are part of the corporate structure, and that's good enough. Or
I'm-
bad enough.
I'm a
Either
drone
way.
like everybody else. I do my job, and that's all. She
You had
moves
a
on
choice.
to the next one. Finds out that one was totally just destroyed. Couldn't get there. She jumps over the rubble and heads towards the one to the left. Whereupon we meet our next character. And so, we begin. The next area of the complex is hit even worse. There's a lot of carnage that is coming through. Many of the pods are lie burning, crushed, and tons of concrete and metal on them. She looks at the data pad and she curses as she sees that it's just so many lives that have been destroyed. And she literally goes across from this one to the next, and heads over to the next. And she's so, you can see her face literally just appalled by what's happening. She goes into where she was at when this happened, and she notices a creature inside and remembers, oh yes, that one. I don't know why, but this is what happened. And so she tends to try to open to see if she could, but then she looks at her data pad and notices the radiation levels continue to rise. Looks down at you, patient 212, attempts to open the latch, and yet, with her horror, she decides to close it again. I'm sorry. Your radiations are too high. They're just too high. I can't let you out. As she looks at Raiden. And I gotta
What do you mean?
Can you not see the spike in the radiation here?
It's your data pad. I can't see through you.
Fine. Here, look.
These numbers are meaningless.
Raiden, put yourself inside this pod right here in the center. There you go.
What is the problem? This is your job, not mine. These numbers mean nothing.
The radiation is so high that if I open this up, we could have a nuclear attack.
So you've just been having somebody sit in a pod with radiation?
No!
Kind of sounds like what's going on.
And then... No! The radiation wasn't... It wasn't radiation at the time. It was just... This was the last person that we worked on. I think his name is... Yes, Raiden Fox. He's a mix-a-zip. You know, the were creatures that we have to be careful with because, you know, when the moons tend to come together, they cause trouble. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. I've never had to deal with them, or at least not in the way they're described on the news.
You've been living under a rock, I swear.
No, I've been living in the lower city. We tend to take care of each other there. But you seem content to leave him there to die.
You want him out here, that you're all going to end up with radiation. Wait. As she looks at her data pad, she suddenly sees that the radiation begins to fall to normal levels. And she's like, oh my god, thank god. But
I'd rather not.
Well then thank the Caillou that you're even alive.
Again, rather not.
Well, she, with horror on her face, she does see that your body, and I am talking about you, Raiden, is blistering with red hues and blisters and part of your flesh. But your flesh has become what seems a little bit back to normal. It's starting to rebuild itself. And you're becoming what you are now. Please explain yourself to the crew.
I did send you a message. Discord.
Okay, well, I don't normally look at Discord because I have so much
Okay,
open.
then let me send it through Roll20 then, or do you mean do it through Twitch?
You do not need to. This is only to prepare you for when that
Okay.
happens.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it still like the whole thing? Is the entire case still locked essentially?
No, she's opening it now that the radiation has come
Okay.
down to a normal level.
So
I'm just sorry. I'm sorry.
Raiden is going to open his eyes. The literal first thing is he's going to think of and say is, I'm awake. I don't want to be, but I'm awake.
That's good. I'm glad you are awake because we had an attack and it's a good thing that you're alive.
He's going to sit up, and as he sits up, he's not going to know it, but part of his hair, and obviously you'll see like 3 tails when he does sit up, part of him have turned green. He's not going to realize this at all, and one of his eyes are now green as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's going to sit up and, wait, where am I?
You are in SOB Industries. It seems like every one of you have had problems with your memory. I have to find out what happened.
Or are we just not where we said we were going to be when we woke up?
I have no idea what's going on. Or what's happening.
Corporate
Yes.
wars, same as the usual.
Okay, got it.
Anyway, Mr. Raiden?
It's Raiden.
Raiden, patient 212. You are our last one who was created in this pod. Are you feeling okay?
And he's gonna look down at himself. I mean, why wouldn't I?
Do you not see the blisters on your flesh?
Apparently they were
He's
dosing
gonna
you with
lift up his arm
radiation.
and the blisters are already gone.
You had a lot of radiation going through you. And I mean a lot. And she shows you the history of what was on the datapad. But you're back to normal, so hopefully no problem.
Or it was just a malfunction in your readings.
Let's hope not. Because
I would prefer it to be a malfunction in the readings.
true.
Same
True.
here.
Okay, well, yeah, fine. We got...
So Raiden's just gonna like slowly get out before like face planting the ground. Well, my legs don't work. I'll get up in a minute.
Xavier grabs you, picks you up, puts you on the edge. You should probably sit.
Yeah, that'll work.
That's it. Falls down
He's
again.
gonna-
I still have to go
He's gonna-
through more of the area, but yeah, you guys sit here. I will continue on, but as you
That's
again,
Not
why?
gonna happen. And then Xavier goes with her.
Damn
Raiden's gonna look at
it! She's trying
look
so
at the
hard to
ground.
get away from Cormac because so frustrated by
Look.
Cormac right now. And at the same
Raiden's gonna
time,
look at the ground and just be like, wait, when did? He's just gonna like see the green in his hair. I'm like, wait, when did that happen?
Apparently you had a punk phase. Just go with it.
Okay.
Really not the kind of questions that we have answers to right now.
That's fair.
anyway, let's move on. You do
Yes,
notice
let's.
again, Raiden, unlike the others, who seem to not care. She is kind of bleeding in some areas herself, so she's been attacked as well. She moves on.
Literally have zero I can do about it.
Yeah,
Same.
she heads over to this one right
Same.
here.
And she's walking and talking and doesn't seem to be stumbling, therefore not a concussion, so we're good.
Yep. Yep.
She's only just bleeding out profusely. It'll be fine. She'll be fine in a few days.
If she's not stumbling, then it's not severe blood loss.
She's not stumbling yet, no.
She'll be fine in a few days.
Alright, we head into this one right here. Oh, man.
Well,
If any of you were that I would really want dead, it would have been this one. But,
Xavier just yawns. The true colors show.
well, you don't understand who's behind this one.
I
He's a
also
little
don't
bit
care.
nuts. He's just a little bit nuts.
Apparently we're all insane for having agreed to doing this.
I didn't put it before you. You chose to the volunteer. Anyway, I gotta get him anyway. Here we go.
Apparently you didn't listen when I said we were insane for agreeing to it.
Yes, you were insane. You were insane, I guess, because you knew no. Well, we'll talk about it later.
What? No, finish the sentence.
The cyber
Only
tech
thoughts
is not
untended.
working anymore. It's starting to reject our bodies.
Oh, that sounds like a problem for everybody else.
For everyone, including
I
the
didn't have
other.
any.
Anyway, moves to open, looks at the floor, jumps over the next pod, goes towards you, unlocks the door, unlocks the next door, and then heads in. Patient 608923. It seems you lived.
Oh, this one's special. He had 6 numbers.
Very much so. And opens up and goes, well, hopefully your issues are no longer a case. Yes.
Or they're only issues because these corpos say they're issues.
Ah! she just growls at you. And patient 608923. Civ. Why would you call yourself Civ Temporis? Are you here? Are you alive? Knocks on the thing.
Shame the man. He likes civilization games. Sid Meier.
You just hear him say, "It's Shiv."
Shiv.
Oh, that makes more sense.
That
like
was
a knife?
Civ.
I like it.
There was an accident. Well, not an accident, attack, and
Yeah, you should get out of that thing. And Xavier
Really?
reaches in, like helps you out, and then like helps you sit on like some piece of metal that's nearby.
This place looks like it's been bombed.
it has.
Yeah, that's what she keeps saying.
Hmm.
Or it could have just been their incompetence made an explosion.
And he just starts laughing. We go into something, and I come out to find out the place has been bombed. It's just
Oh.
not been.
Come out to
I'm
find an
assuming it's
explosion
not
has
very
definitely
good.
happened.
Their
Good
lives
month.
can't be all
It's
bad.
it's been a month.
And hearing that, Korak will stop, turn, kind of start glaring at her over the shoulder and be like, "You are saying I've been out for a month."
Well, we put you in there a month ago, and the
That's
attack
something less
happened
than
today.
surprised.
You were all going to be out tomorrow because we finally had you all safe and ready.
Clearly not.
And
Obviously.
then somebody, Sid pulls himself up to his full height. It's just pretty average, but he makes himself look high and mighty. And somebody decided we shouldn't be safe. Obviously, he gestures to the rubble.
Or somebody fell asleep at the wheel. Don't rule out incompetence. This is a corporation.
That is also entirely possible. It's what, 2 in the afternoon?
Sure, why not?
You look
I don't
upward
have-
and you do see part of the sky. And,
Hey,
and the
it is 2
dome
in the
that is
afternoon.
over it.
You can tell the time by the sun.
Well, that, and he pulls a watch out of his pocket. I have this thing.
Oh, nice. That's funny. You I like so far.
I guess the feelings are mutual. I've only just met you guys.
But I have more to go, so
Yes, let's continue on.
yes.
Shiv, if you feel up to walking, if you go out this hallway, there is there's another survivor named Raiden sitting on a makeshift bench.
I'll go take a look at our other, word escapes me.
Survivor will work.
Yeah, survivor.
She lets you guys go, and then she notices that these two.
Oh no, I'm following her. I am just saying, if you want, you can go sit with him. She does not get to leave my sight.
You said as you walked away.
I know, I fucked up, man. That's my fault.
And I will be right back. Gotta get some food.
Okay.
On roll 20, yes, I fucked up. In fiction canon, I am there.
You on roll 20, you didn't fuck up. Roll 20 fucked up you.
What?
Sure, yes.
Sure, whatever. So these last two that are here have blue bodies in them, but they seem to be not alive. So she says, well,
2 more to add to your body count.
unfortunately. Unfortunately.
What are we up to now?
Too many.
9? I mean, just in these rooms.
I must go down here.
Lead on.
Well, now we're going into the android area where the body that we had found the parts. Do you remember that one?
Oh yes, vividly, the spare body part tank.
Yes. Well, we're going in their direction. Hoping that we find them.
So, question, if any of us had failed, did you plan on using us for spare body parts?
No. She does think for a moment there.
Don't think you were being entirely honest there.
And heads finally into a spot where there are 3 scientists on the floor.
This is what they do. And if they don't want to give the truth, they simply won't answer. He muses as he falls behind.
I'll grieve later. I'll grieve later. As
Oh,
she
those
heads,
Inspire a grieve response, but the others don't. Interesting.
Well, of course, they're her colleagues. We're just experiments.
and then she opens and looks at her a data pad and opens over here. Suddenly she hears the words "systems online." Systems.
Oh, your backups finally kick in?
And Riley, This is when you become alive as soon as the systems check is over. You are inside this right here. Please put your character there.
Or no, you can just say you're dead.
Thank you. Patient 411.
Information.
Patient 411.
You might be muted, my dude.
Systems online. Systems check. Are you there?
You can hear movement.
The pod is opened.
Recommend you say something or they're gonna throw you on the scrap heap.
Well, as it opens up, you see a
And she backs
6'4".
away.
You see a partial 6'4" elf covered in mechanical wiring inlays and what appears to be skin, with a very pronounced right mechanical arm from the elbow down, and the same with the leg from the knee down.
Jill moves over to the other table where the scientists are, checks them out, and then also checks out their work. Oh, they weren't able to fix everything.
No, they never are. Always gotta keep coming back.
If only you knew who this was.
If only you thought I cared.
He was a police officer who was trying to protect
Oh.
the inner city.
Oh! It's another extension.
Who was
Well,
trying...
when you look over at Riley, she goes from scanning the room to looking at you with a slightly confused sort of expression, as if to say, "What are you looking at me like that for?" And then we'll decide to actually get up from the chair and move out into the room, having a look around, but still hasn't said anything. Although you can see that she has a mask over the bottom half of her face, and not all of her jaw is there. But what is there is clearly mechanical components.
Yeah, Xavier will pick up a another iPad thingy nearby, throw it over to you. If you can understand what we're saying, type something out. They may think you're a failure otherwise.
She sort of looks at you with an eye, with a brow raised, as if, really? But she'll take the pad and randomly type in. She will type in the guaranteed original statement, "Hello world."
Hello, world.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
you're fluent in C+++++++++.
She turns the pad back round, taps briefly, turns it back round, and it says 20 go to FU.
Count yourself lucky, though.
You can kind of get from the upper face that if she had a working mouth currently, she would have one of those shit-eating grins.
Count yourself among the lucky. You may not be able to speak, but at least you're alive. Better
Yes,
than most of the others you've seen so far.
currently there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 15.
Five for 15 patients. I don't know how many of others.
Others what? Patients are the only ones I'm tracking.
Figures.
Been nothing if not consistent so far.
This is true.
Is there anywhere else you need to check?
I'm gonna keep checking. There's another room just like this on the other side, but I have a feeling there's nothing there.
I mean, it might be real close to how they don't count that as nothing.
Considering where the bomb was, I do believe that we may be dealing with nothing there except more bodies.
Well, let's go check up on the other two. They should be able to walk. Oh, here comes one right now.
Hopefully.
While you're doing that, I will go and look at the other places.
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. Let's go.
She is almost really trying to get away from you because you frustrate her so much.
Oh, I am aware.
She's only doing her job.
I will follow along, noting the distrustfulness of the doctor.
I mean, yeah, whatever. So you walk through, and you notice that as you see areas here. Wait, here. You notice that as you look downward, there is just ash everywhere, and it should have gone down to another level, but the level is gone. It is absolutely gone, and the bomb is right here. So she goes around here because it's the safest way through.
And Xavier will lean over the edge. John, who did you all manage to piss off?
Probably the other industries.
Raiden's gonna look over the edge, like looking at where the bomb was. Huh. Neat.
I suppose it's one word for it.
Shiv is going to sigh, trace the path that everybody else seems to have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Ignis looks over and raises
And
an
eventually
eyebrow, almost quizzically.
And if you look down further, you will see bodies on fire. But they're definitely dead, but they're on fire.
Shiv looks at the crater where ground zero for the bomb was, then looks up. What floor are we on?
The bomb floor.
You were on
Raiden's
third
gonna look
floor and ended up not.
You know how far we've fallen.
Not a clue. I'm still trying to get out myself.
Raiden's just gonna like get closer to the edge and then just like hang upside down from the edge right quick. Huh. I think we're near like second floor. We're near basement.
I would say the basement seems a tiny bit more likely.
Ah, but which one of the sub-basements?
How would I know?
That's my
I
point.
didn't get a chance to memorize the layout of this building when we got here.
That's my point. We're making guesses.
Moving on.
That is fair.
And then he's just gonna climb back up.
She's gonna go into this next room. The room looks disheveled. Everything seems to be... She's literally trying to push herself through the room because the door is covered by other parts to it, like
Get in.
but she's pushing at it.
Nah, that wasn't a joke. I kick it in.
You kick it in. Oh, then
Yep.
it goes. Because I believe you have the ability to do so.
No, it's just. I mean, I got a 14 strength, which ain't nothing. So,
So it's budges but doesn't budge enough.
Missile sigh. Step aside.
Fine.
we're in a tiny hallway. I'll step behind.
Ignis will reach over with one hand and just force the door open with his arm.
Oh, impressive.
And then steps in.
Immediately gets blown up.
She begins to put in her data pad exactly what just happened. Like,
That's
new.
me that gets exploded.
No, that's the
So
other
you've
side.
already been exploded.
Technically, we all have.
When you walk in there, you again see more scientists, and you see a body, a mechanical body similar to the one that Riley has, but not Riley, of course. Does not appear to be alive.
Oh no, looks like
Over.
they killed your brother.
411. I hope you didn't have a sibling.
Xavier looks at Ignis as they basically make the same joke.
Great.
Well, on walking into the room, you can faintly hear a glitched out, well, sort of glitchy, modulated voice stating the single word, single,
Oh, only child.
with an absolute lack of emotion in the voice.
So it's like Stephen Hawking's chair.
No, it's more like a kind of glitchy howl.
Yeah, fair enough.
Make sure more like Discord when it decides to robot you out.
Yeah,
She
which
looks
I wouldn't be surprised if it's doing right now.
She looks at their data pad. Their data pad is broken. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to find out who this was. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, I guess you're all in here now, are you not? Where's the other one?
I mean, I actually think we're actually all here.
Yeah, it's just, we got to make some tokens for some people because they're lacking backgrounds.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
barely
kind
see
of
you.
blended in with the background, unfortunately.
And I do plan on playing this for a long time, so yeah.
I mean, it takes like 30 seconds.
Just gotta know how.
See, all
I have
you
no
can do it
idea how to
after.
do the
Over
proper.
here.
I have no idea how to do the proper token thing. I rely on you guys for that.
You just send me a picture. I can do it. It doesn't take that long.
Alright, so you're in this room. And she's like, well, that was the last of them. Not good. Not good at all. Are you all oh. And then the adrenaline starts to fail in her because she had a bunch of adrenaline pumping through her, and she slumps down. Oh no.
Yeah, you were the worst out of all of us. Fortunately, I lack 0 first aid knowledge. Wait, I have 0 first aid knowledge. If I lack 0 first aid knowledge, I have it.
Alright, well. She doesn't seem to be in the very talkative mood, unfortunately. Perhaps we should go outside and see it for ourselves.
I
Assume that she has suffered from severe internal injuries.
That would make sense, but again, if I start poking around, she'll probably die.
Yeah, same.
Looks over at Riley and Shiv. You two got first aid knowledge.
I do not.
You have the word knowledge,
But-
buddy.
Yeah, but
The guy, you basically gain
oh yeah,
well,
right.
your
I have the
ability-
knowledge
If
word,
it's in a
so
book,
that's
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna
you
say,
know
yeah,
it.
you have
But
the.
what is
if
that
it's in a
about? What is
book,
What would that be? Just a knowledge roll?
Just
I
an
mean-
intelligence check or a wisdom check, either or based on which one
It's an
Carson
intelligence
asks.
check.
I mean, depending on how
have
bad her
that.
injuries, you might not even need to roll. You might just be like, "Oh, look, I did it."
now I mean, like if like half her body's broken, you might need to like.
Yeah.
And she was
I might
going
have
on
to do
full
some-
adrenaline just to get you guys out before she.
Like
slumped
the only thing
over.
we've been yes, but the only thing we've been able to observe is that she is in fact a bleeding.
Yeah, then just
But
throw
thing
down
is,
an intelligence.
Yeah, just roll an intelligence check real quick.
All right, so your intelligence check came out to.
A success.
Yay!
Awesome.
Exact success, but a success.
We got a success on a 3.
I need to turn off dark mode so that it's not white on a white background.
Yeah,
I'll leave it on because I hate light mode.
I prefer dark mode, but evidently
So do
my
I, but I
light
like being
mode
able to
is.
read.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, I mean, me leaving mine on dark mode doesn't affect your guys' ability to see.
right.
That's fair.
Back to what we were doing. Yeah, so you're successful. She is bleeding from a lot of cuts and scrapes from what seems to be metal, and one of the pieces of glass is stuck in the back.
So basic summary: lots of puncture wounds, lots of blood loss, probably some fractured bones.
She was working totally on adrenaline to get you out. That's what she was on.
Hmm.
So essentially, what I'm hearing, there's no way to save her.
There is a way to save her.
Oh, fair enough.
Fine.
Because she's not dying yet. She's just at this point in time.
Alright, I look around the
Ouch.
room. Do I see a first aid kit?
In every
like a
room,
first aid
there would have
station.
been a first aid kit, a first aid station. Yes.
Right, I go over to it, I rip it open. Does it have stuff to give for first aid?
Yes, it does.
Right.
More adrenaline.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
There
if-
is
if
adrenaline
needs
in
be,
there
yeah.
as well. Yes.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to grab an adrenaline thing. I'm going to go over. I'm going to jab her with it. And the other.
So you're gonna
medical stuff.
you're gonna restart her heart. Is what you're gonna do.
Wait, she's dead.
She's not
Is
dead.
that what you're
no,
telling us?
she's not
Is she
dead.
Oh, no,
falling
no, no,
off
no.
She's not dead.
They're not adrenaline pills. It's the adrenaline.
It's
It's an adrenaline injection. So you got to
Okay,
do it directly.
short version. Y'all gotta stop the bleeding. Done.
Yeah.
that's
Let's
it.
deal with that first. So grab the first aid stuff needed to stop the bleeding.
Yes.
'Cause
Right.
you-
So
you're
I
not gonna be able to
bandage
deal
up
with.
her hemorrhaging wounds.
You're not gonna be able to deal with any of the broken bones or internal injuries here.
That's right.
Indeed.
No,
No,
the
that
best you
is
could
me.
do is if there's an IFAC with a tourniquet. Is probably the best you're going to be able to do.
Hmm.
Well, you can bandage it. You can put a layer of bandages on some things, but she's got a lot of debris in her liver here.
In her back, she
pull that
has one particular spot that's gonna be rough.
I am going to go see if there's actually any. I'm going to like take a look outside.
Okay.
You go outside. Xavier's currently just stared at the hull.
So like, Raiden's gonna look up from right here. How do I get up there?
Where are you
Yeah,
at?
Hey,
Let me see where you're at.
I'm just kind of staring at the hull until like I get a better description of like of it.
Okay, so when you look at the hole, you do see bodies that are down there. They were on fire. And you see a ton of fire, and it does feel like it was very recent, like it just happened. Um, and you see parts of what could have been another layer of labs, but gone. Totally
Alright,
gone.
well, what about above?
Above, you see a hole. And in the hole to the sky, you now see basically that blue hue, that blue and purple hue that is over Opus. You're looking right at it. And you can look right through and see the sun.
How high up is the lip of the hole?
Actually, suns. There are two suns to this place.
No, there's not. There's just me.
How what?
How high up is like the lip of the hole?
You seem to think that you would have probably about 2 more levels to go.
Okay, but can you see the floors above us?
The floors above you, yes. You can see them, they're practically trashed.
But is there like, say somebody was to climb up there, would there be enough for somebody to stand on?
Yes.
Alright, so how high up are those floors?
You're at 5th floor if you go all the way up.
No, I know, but like how the distance from where I'm standing to the next floor, how high is that?
Total of 25 feet.
These are huge floors, Jesus.
Yeah, because you have
How do I
mixosyms that can be
stabilize
really
them?
tall.
How do I
Right.
stabilize the doctor?
Now then, how are we gonna get up there?
You can stabilize the doctor through... do any of you take medicine at all?
No.
No.
Word?
But
No.
We're God about it. We don't take skills.
I mean, technically, we all get, like, there's no skills. You just say, roll this attribute and apply a penalty or bonus based on what you
Alright.
think the situation
I'm gonna
calls for.
have you roll... God, I hope this works. Wisdom.
Wisdom, okay.
And that will help you
Yeah,
understand...
You ask that to the person with the high intelligence and low wisdom.
I'm pretty sure none of us are rocking a wisdom over 13.
I am.
Wow, this is gonna be so much fun.
You were just supposed to run
he's
with
going
it.
to die.
Do you want a modifier on it? Probably not.
No.
Is that good?
That's
No.
a failure. So you really
Alright,
have
so that's
no,
13 is what I rolled then. Is that what I...
no street
I
smarts
don't
on
understand
how
this
to fix...
stupid system.
Yeah, okay.
Say, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go.
I don't fix injuries, I cause them.
Wow, I failed by 1.
Well, she's dead.
Not
Alright, well, in that case, I leave the room, right?
She's not dead. Not yet.
She is in a lot of pain, however.
She's in a lot of pain, and obviously you guys have got the one thing that... Wow. All right. I see where our where things are going to lie. Civ, you have the book knowledge of what you could possibly do to help. The
Yes,
wisdom
I
part
know.
is a little bit rough.
Yeah.
You could go
Well, here's a
ahead.
medal.
I've got the books. I've got the book smarts. It's applying that knowledge that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Well, I mean, in terms of that, you could talk someone through it.
Yeah, you could.
that's fair.
Raiden's gonna look over to Ignis. You think it's possible for you to get up all the way up there?
Yep.
By jumping?
Possibly.
Is there like something hanging down or something?
There are
like a
wires hanging
girder?
down. And
Are they within
girders.
15 feet?
Yes.
I hop up onto one.
Okay.
Alright, well,
What the hell is
seeing
this jump?
And then I
this,
jump.
I'm gonna walk over to the wall and have a look, or like a handhold or something. And in the process, upon grabbing something, I'm going to pull myself up onto it. I suppose only. What is your name? Because your name's still the alternate name on Discord.
Who is you?
Yeah, you.
Well,
What's
The
the only
your
person
character's
who's
name
ever
again?
actually asked my name is Ignis, so you honestly don't know.
No, yeah, but this would be the out of character. By the way, the only person in the room is this jackoff, so this jackoff sees.
Okay, for right now it's Xavier.
Alright. Right, so yeah, Xavier would be the only one that would actually see the fact that this happens on Riley. Is the ability, what is it called?
All directions is one.
Yeah, this is my flavoring for all directions as one, which we actually covered this. This is an always on 0 effort ability, which sounds kind of overpowered to me, but still. Basically,
Your Godbound.
as she goes to pull herself up, it's almost like the cybernetic exchange into essentially what comes across as kind of like small spikes across the palm, part of the arm, the legs, basically giving her the ability to climb the surface as if it's literally nothing. And then she also suddenly becomes aware of that it's almost like gravity has changed for her. As in she feels like gravity going down and takes her to the wall rather than the ground.
See Xavier pull himself up onto one of the girders and be like, huh.
Yeah, and literally in quicker time than that, she basically scales the wall.
And then Xavier finishes the last 10 feet by jumping up the last 10 feet. You know, if I knew somebody could turn into Arachne Girl, I would have not wasted my time.
Yeah, she just started looking at her hands like, the hell?
Clearly you didn't know you could do that either.
Raiden's gonna keep looking up to like the sky. I'm just like, he's gonna continuously think, you know, I really want to get out of here. And then it's just gonna be like at the point like, I really went up there, I went up there, I went out. And then he's going to get like a searing pain in his back. And thus going to be the sapphire wings.
Oh, you're gonna have the sapphire wings. Okay, so you notice that these wings start to appear in your back, and you feel the pain. You feel it every time you do it, or every time you will do it. But when you get them, they open up almost like light, and you begin to start feeling yourself floating.
Well, that's new.
Xavier looks down the hole as he's like gathering up a bunch of wires and whatnot, starts stringing them together. What? Holy shit!
He's just like flying over the fire right now.
I guess since everybody else has decided not to come back, Shiv is just gonna pick up the doctor lady, I guess?
So
Scientist
yeah,
lady?
no, she needs a hospital, right?
Yeah.
I think I can get out of here the quickest.
Yeah, we get out.
That was more like a question. And it's just like, wait, I think I can?
Can you carry another person?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Correct. Xavier just drops the wires on the ground and be like,
Shiv-
anybody else
Shiv
got any
with
other
his-
special ways to get out before I waste my time?
Shiv, with his 16 in strength, just carries the lady out of the room and over to where everybody else seems to have congregated, and it just kind of looks up like, huh, things apparently are happening.
I mean,
Apparently are happening.
Okay, I mean, technically we are Godbound. Do we actually have to have...
You don't know
Strength
this,
actually
not in character.
I mean, no, just like, out of character. Like, do we actually technically have to have strength to actually carry a normal person?
Well, yeah.
Yes and no.
I mean, as long as you're not rocking an 8, you're probably
Yeah,
fine.
that's what I'm getting at. Like, do you have a 12 or higher? You're probably fine.
I got a score of 10.
You might have to roll
Probably
for
still
it.
fine.
You're gonna have to roll
Yeah.
for it, but you will be probably fine.
Like, that's the point. Like, you'll always have to roll for it. It's just, the higher score, the more likely you are to succeed.
So then Raiden is gonna like just kind of like land right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if I can get her out of here. Oh, this is probably gonna fail. I knew
Yeah.
it.
All right,
let's
you,
work
you,
on
you, you,
this
you
later.
try it, fumble. Xavier goes, picks up the things, starts weaving them back together. Drops down the wires in almost like a makeshift harness. Just put her in that.
I do so. I do so. This is probably going to hurt. Just a fair word of that.
They are cables, so probably not much I can do about it.
That is
At
also
least the one
fair.
thing I can do is I can try to find a hospital at least. Or a place nearby, hopefully.
Every spoke has
Well,
a
hopefully
hospital, even a small
Well,
one.
here's hoping
So,
that this wasn't
and
said
then-
hospital.
Without just like sudden warning, Raiden's just gonna like shoot up in the sky.
Oh yeah,
Okay, here we go!
this place was attacked, and the first thing you want to do is to fly out of the hole as light wings. Yes. As he's like pulling the doctor up the hole.
And the audience is looking up and seeing this happening. Impressed by it. And you do notice that you are on Third Eye News. Third Eye
screen, that
Opus
is it.
News. Wow.
On the live screen, presently recording. What is going on?
Yep.
After getting Jilliax up to where they're currently kind of standing, Mark, look over the hole. You guys got your own way out, or do you need the wires?
I'm probably going to need to climb out manually.
Wires go down.
And he pulls himself up.
Looks back
He
to the
li-
last person, so the hole. You.
I'll be okay. Before I leave, though, where Ignis is right now is where the bomb site was, correct?
Yes.
Is there any like shells or casings that are left behind by the explosives, or no?
Where's your character? Yeah, that's where it was. Okay. Yeah, there are some casings.
The scientist said the attack was headed by FN company, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, FN Industries.
Do I recognize the name? Out of curiosity, given my fact as a CEO of an owner of a different business.
While you were
Within the same
groggy,
industry,
you would know this name. You do know that you have seen this name. Now, I do need you to make a roll. Intelligence.
Can I argue for a +4 fact bonus due to my relationship fact?
Yes.
Is there a way to apply? Yep, so modifier of 4.
Oh, you didn't join the fail train?
No, he's success. Very successful. You definitely know that these people are on the council.
Interesting. I'll be sure to pay them a visit in the future. And with that said, I'll go over to the cables and I'll climb my way out.
Okay. So
Okay,
finally,
great.
everybody
They're
is
out.
out. She is out, and then you flew up. You found the hospital.
Once, yeah, 'cause, like I can see like it's about what, maybe half a mile away.
Yeah, actually, it's about.
So yeah,
half a mile.
Raiden would easily be able to see that.
It's not too far away. This is a business circle. They know that there's going to be issues, so there's going to be hospitals all about.
There's
So-
also probably going to be medical transport all that because a bomb just went off and might be survivors.
Yeah, there is. So you're going to. Let's get you
And then
now
Raiden's gonna
all
land
to
back
be
down next to the
seen
others.
Here.
We've got a welcoming committee.
Well, as soon as Xavier just leaps out of the hole after pulling everybody up, you immediately head to the parking lot.
Okay. You head to the parking lot. I've changed the thing to Opus. I'm just showing the picture of where you guys are at. We are going to need a group shot eventually so that we can just have you all in one place. But right now you're in Spoke 5 in the business circle area.
Okay. Upon getting to the parking lot, he surveys the available vehicles.
A lot of company-owned vehicles, but a lot of them are trashed, except for 2.
One of our motorcycle.
One is a motorcycle, yes. A motorcycle is.
All right,
is
I go and I hotwire it.
Okay.
Of course!
The previous owner won't need it.
Probably dead.
Probably.
Also,
What
I
other
can't-
vehicle is there?
That's the point.
And is there actual like
There's a
Is
lot of
there, like,
motorcycle. The
actual
motorcycle carport is fine. It actually survived, surprisingly. Most of the other cars are busted except for like 1 or 2.
no? Huh? Is there like actual medical vehicles here to take people out?
They are on their way. It's not been that long.
Okay.
But you do see a helicopter twirling about the area. Well, it looks kind of
Look,
like
a welcoming committee.
It's
As
it's the news. It's not a welcoming committee.
It's a welcome of some sort. It's a peaceful welcome, though.
It depends on what your view of corporate welfare is.
Has Julie X
Or
passed
fair.
out? Has Julie X passed out by now?
Yes, she's passed out.
All right. So as he's wiring up the motorcycle, Xavier looks over at the rest of you. I gave them a false name. Technically, I was here under somebody else's. But I'm getting the hell out of here.
Why are you not welcome around here?
I don't like it here, and I've been gone from my home for a month.
Well, at least you technically have somewhere to go.
More like someone to go to. But
I
if you are
suppose that's true.
ever in the lower city and looking for somewhere to go, go to the Temple Street Cafe in Zone 7 of the lower city.
Noted.
And still without giving his real name, hops on the motorcycle and drives the fuck off.
Alright, so you are now in Spoke 7.
Eventually.
Eventually. Anyone? We're still good. We're still good on time. What about the rest of you?
So, right, Raiden is going to at least start attempting to actually get a vehicle going, because, like, not, like, just thinking to himself, like, okay, I could probably get her faster? Well, then I'm gonna be like, wait, would it be safer for her to wait till medical, or just safer for her to get there quicker?
Maybe that. Well, depending on how large.
Yeah,
Yeah,
considering they
wow,
were now
that's
unconscious
cool.
from the blood loss and the
Yeah.
shock.
You're now approaching time. I mean,
So
they
quicker
have
to get her there.
unconscious. They have gone unconscious. You are approaching that time where it's, if she survives, will she be able to walk again?
I mean, a bomb went off here. Shouldn't there already be
There's-
like
yeah, there's going to
policemen?
be emergency services.
Yes, but they're slow.
Yeah, but then, I mean, we also spent like what, an hour.
No, you guys.
Like,
it was
being
in moments
woken
that
up.
you guys were woken up.
We gonna try another strength roll,
Okay.
because if possible, I could literally fly 100 miles an hour. Straight line.
Okay. She's a normal person.
Yep.
Yeah, but
She's
That
a
doesn't
normal
mean-
person. No
I
power.
understand that. But I can still fly.
What I mean
I'm not
is,
gonna fly 100.
if you try to fly 100 miles an hour with her, she will die.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fly 100 miles an hour, but flying there would be quicker than taking a vehicle. Hey, it worked this time.
Alright.
So we're gonna commit effort when we're once again to do the sapphire wings, and then we're gonna fly her to the hospital.
Using the harness.
Yup.
I will go ahead and go with that. Yeah, you probably, if you go 100 miles per hour, you might kill her.
Yeah, you're going to like rip her face
Only-
off with the wind.
It's literally, you said it's a half mile away, so
Yeah,
literally
it's a half
about
a
10
mile
miles
away.
an hour, or even
Yeah.
even
You could do it
literally.
within the amount of time that you need to. Yeah. And we'll say that
Yeah, I was
she
gonna
ends
say
up there.
10 to 25 miles an hour would easily allow her to survive and be there in under.
I will move
5
her to
minutes.
where she belongs then. Actually, I need to put her on here. Okay. So you get about right here. That's not half well, so come on.
Map is not to scale, people.
Well, it is to scale, but the buildings themselves, it's kind of hard to put them all in one area. It is 7,000 square miles across. So
that leaves Ignis, Shiv, and 441, right?
Riley, you got the name.
411.
yeah,
Yes,
because
info.
info has not told you yet.
Why
They
didn't we
are-
give the guy with the knowledge power the info number?
Because the guy with the knowledge power is also an insane asylum patient,
Who
technically.
cares? Funny overrides the logic.
That's fair. That's fair. As for me, I should probably start running.
I'm gonna make myself scarce as well. I don't feel like getting on the
Because
vehicle
I don't want to go back to that institution I was in.
for-
I only
Fair
agreed to
enough.
go because they were tired of finding me convulsing on a floor in a server room.
Alright.
And the last one remaining is the one who can't talk.
I haven't left. Yeah, we're still talking.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't either. It's like, as for you, what are you called? Because Shiv actually hasn't been present for much of the introductions.
Oh, unfortunately, 411 can't talk.
Ah, yes.
401 cannot provide the info. 401 is in fact 404, voice not found.
Get it! I guess I need to start being faster on the draw.
As for myself, you can call me Ignis.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you guys. I'm sure we'll all meet up again soon because I'll be looking for us. Because that is a news chopper. That is recording all of this.
Correct. In which case,
Oh,
we should
wait a minute. I do actually. I would still have the
Oh, the
tablet,
tablet.
yes.
Yeah, the tablet. So yeah, just like punch in the name, turn it around so you can read it. Just stating Riley Arkham.
Riley Arkham. Decent name. Try to keep it. Patient 411.
Doesn't quite have the same ring to it. I think
No.
Riley's a better name.
Yeah.
In any case, I'll probably catch up with our scientist friend at the hospital later tonight. But for now, I'd like to lose this newscopter. So
Yeah.
I'll see you in the
Same
future.
here. Same here. And at that point, Shiv just takes off in a random direction. Because at the
Wow.
moment he's not. At the moment, I'm not
Everybody
here
is in a
for
different
transport.
direction. Love it. Love it.
Don't you love when we can go this way?
Oh, so fun.
I don't know. Should we talk to our one friend who had to almost kill somebody in a character introduction?
Wasn't that us?
We were in the game, but it wasn't. I don't think it was either one of us running.
No, but that's a long
Yes,
story. We should save for after game.
Going
Yeah,
back
this is the story I want to hear.
I will go into hiding for a couple hours, but I will eventually make my way back to the hospital to where Raiden dropped off the Gillian?
Gilead Exposition.
Basil Exposition, basically.
Jill exposition. Supposed to be a joke.
Oh, close.
It was
That
supposed to
was
be a
close.
joke.
Yeah, and we've just taken it that Exposition is her actual legit surname.
Yes.
I've just been
That
calling
is
her,
now
I've just been
canon
calling her
fact.
Julie X.
Yeah, that's where I got Julie from there.
X, yeah. Jill exposition. Now you changed it into Jilly X. That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, it's her name.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
we will walk away and we'll lose the helicopter by taking on multiple different disguises through a second skin.
All
Cormac does
right.
not give a fuck. Drives straight home the most direct path. Could not care less.
Then I will eventually make my way back to the hospital.
You're a bad anarchist if you just go straight home.
Bring it on. I'll break them all in half.
All right. Let's start with let's start with Cormac. You're heading home. You finally get there after, I don't know, probably a couple. Well, you're using a bike. I'm gonna say you get there within the hour.
What are traffic laws again? Oh, right, they don't
Not
exist.
applicable.
Yep.
Not applicable when you're on the run.
They
On the
don't
run.
matter. They don't matter. You just end up there within the hour. I mean,
No, I don't.
it would normally
You
take
like-
you probably about 2 or 3 hours to get there, but no, you just.
Cormac doesn't consider himself on the run. He just does this.
All right, so Cormac, let's go and I'm going to see if I can put your picture up. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should really do this more often.
Alright, well, while you're doing that, so Cormac eventually pulls out into the lower street, and, you know, it looks basically like
I'm going to go get a drink.
every, you know, low-rent neighborhood in every movie you'd ever see. There's just, you know, garbage everywhere, a bunch of the fucking windows are boarded up. There's doors half ajar. Despite being a cyberpunk style city, there are still people drying their clothes on clotheslines. That's how bad that's how low this neighborhood is. But as he pulls up onto a road called Temple Street, eventually get to a rather, you would have to call it spacious, 2-story building that on the front just says the temple on it. You can see a point where 2 other signs used to be, but they've either fallen off or been taken down. It's actually, compared to everything else, a really nice storefront with huge open windows to the front. You can see it's almost like your standard cafe, a bunch of tables up front, people drinking their coffees. There's not really a lot of those, writer types with the with the iMacs, because, unfortunately, wrong part of town for that shit.
They get shot and robbed.
Get your gentrification ass out of here. But as the camera pans into the store, you can see in the back there's a few bookshelves in the back that just have the lending library up over the back. There's stairs that go up. There's stairs that go up to the 2nd floor with a sign that says Acupuncture Clinic on it. But we're not heading upstairs yet, because Cormac eventually pulls into the alleyway, turns off the bike, puts it up against the wall, puts a tarp over it, and thinks to himself, I don't need to get that color changed later. I'm keeping this. I should probably get a check for a low jack too, as he's walking in the side entrance. He enters through the kitchen, which is actually kind of big for a cafe.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a full-service kitchen, but not quite. He eventually makes his way out to the floor where, oh god, how do I describe this? Where there is a woman working. He calls out to her with bright pink hair, like a pixie cut. He's like, Carmina, how you doing? Also, is Kaya in? I'm pretty sure she's going to throw a frying pan at me.
Where the hell have you been?
I'm gonna get to that later. So, Kaya is where?
Upstairs.
As he ducks out of the way of a legit frying pan come flying at his head.
There.
Oh,
Over
there she
there.
He turns and you see a 6-foot woman with long braided white hair, dressed in a apron smock type deal with the Temple Street Cafe on the front. Kind of not really dingy clothes, but clearly she's been working for a while. Also, takes her to embrace, gives her a long kiss before she basically throws him back and goes into the "Where the hell have you been?"
Mm-hmm. Where have you been?
Oh,
I thought you were
Oh,
dead.
I might have been. No, pretty sure about it. Nope, I'm good. But remember that reporter I was helping out?
Yeah.
What is that? Apparently the waiver he signed and said it was going to be a month or so. He left that information out.
You don't look the same.
Oh, I'm aware. The eyes, they're cool, right?
They're definitely interesting. It's almost as if you had implants or something.
Yeah, apparently they're trying out some new form of cyber tech.
What did they do to you?
They were very dodgy when I asked those questions.
Dodgy.
They gave me the corporate runaround of, oh, this is supposed to help everybody with cyber tech issues, that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the place we were in got attacked, apparently. Got blown up.
You were in that building that's all over the news?
Probably. Seems that way.
And as you look into your cafe, one of the TVs is on, showing where you were at last. Still smoldering and red.
Yeah, I was there.
That happened today, but you've been gone a month.
Yeah, trust me, I wasn't happy when I found out either. But first thing I did when I got out was come back.
I know, and I'm thankful for that, but are you okay?
I feel fucking fantastic. I don't know if it's just the meds still wearing off or whatever, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever felt this energetic, despite my cadence.
And she envelops you in a hug and goes, "I'm just so glad you're here."
Oh, me too. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta call. God, I gotta come up with a name on the spot. I gotta call Tony to come unload Jack a bike.
Oh, you got a bike too?
Well, I mean, it's the least they can owe me for what they put me through.
True enough. True enough. Yeah, I'll get on to it. Is there anything else you need? I mean,
No, I'm good. I think you should probably go rest. You look like you haven't slept in a while, which makes sense.
Well, yeah. You've been gone. I thought you were dead. I've been frantic for you, looking for you.
I appreciate it, but I'm here. You can go ahead. I'll run the cafe for a little bit. It'll be fine.
Thank you. And she heads back up to the apartment.
And then we cut as Korvac calls Tony, be like, "Hey, I need you to come color a bike and check for a low jack."
And of course that will happen. And that is Cormac's startup. Now let's head into the next one. Who wants to be next? And giving your...
I don't mind as it'll after be with Raiden leaving the hospital after like just getting that the scientist there.
Okay.
He's going to be continuously looking around like the vehicles and just like, now how am I gonna get home? And he just
He's like
like
he was just flying.
yeah, but without drawing attention.
That's a point there.
You've just been on the television. You can't draw any less attention to yourself.
I mean,
Yes, I
it's a
actually
sci-fi
can.
setting. You can get a
I
cab.
beg to differ that.
It's a sci-fi setting. You can get a cab.
Eddie, though, we don't have any of our gear.
You don't have
Oh,
any of your
true.
gear. Your gear is at home.
I forgot, you peasants don't have
Around
money
the
on you
vehicles.
at all times.
Ryan's gonna walk around looking at the vehicles.
Yeah, I don't carry money because I don't need it.
Is there any vehicle here that looks roughly kind of like would be a cyberpunk muscle car or something like
Yeah, there is.
that? Okay, we're gonna steal
You're
it.
looking for a Quadra.
Still weirdly enough, still called 442.
We fixing to take it because of that ability.
Can you explain that ability? Because people cannot see it.
Essentially, what it means is that
In fact,
It's-
I
it's an ability
cannot
called
see
Bless-
it.
it's an ability called Blessed Blueprints. The Godbound instantly knows how to operate any vehicle, starship, or device they see. It has an intuitive understanding
there
of the
it is.
layout and design of buildings, starships, and other large engineered structures, including weak points and technological capabilities. The knowledge isn't precise though, but to serve as a map. But basically, if Raiden goes into a unknown area, he can somehow find his way to getting to a certain area that he wants to go to.
All right.
He
so
can also use it to always identify where he should put a bomb to effectively bring down a place.
correct.
Yeah, that's
So yes, you find your muscle car and you are able to hotwire it without a problem. I'm not even going to ask for a roll because there is no roll.
And
you
then
just-
it's also immediately like disabling if there's like any kind of fail safes or tracking on it. Immediately disabling it.
Yep. So you literally, with immediate knowledge of the blueprint, you were able to disable and get yourself a car. Where are you going?
He's going to go at first what would be his home, or what he thought was his home at this point, because you
So,
did tell me something.
Yeah, your home is in Spoke 5 and Middle Circle, so you are a middle class person. And if I remember correctly, we talked about you work as an apprentice with an engineer.
Yeah. And it's also, you did tell me that his parents would have moved, so he actually had no knowledge of his home being, like, not there anymore. So as he's driving by it, I'm like, huh. Well, shit. So he's just gonna turn around and go for the engineering.
All right, you'll find your apprentice, your mentor there. Surprisingly,
Remember, I think we named it Jacobo or Jacob.
yeah, it was Jacob.
It was
Jacob was
Jacob.
there, and Jacob turns as you walk through the doors. They're two
He
double
immediately
doors.
going to dodge a rich.
Yep. Well, I see you just decided to make it. It's only
Okay, so hold on here. Someone who's been gone for at least a month, you greet them by throwing a wrench at them.
well. I thought you had already decided to leave us for good.
What do you mean for good? I'm not dead.
You've been
Yeah,
gone
you-
for a month. A month.
Oh, it's been a month.
A month.
I didn't know it was for a. Hey,
I
to be fair,
I
didn't
was
realize it was
I
been a
was
month.
I actually put out an advertisement for a new apprentice. You've been gone a month.
I didn't know it was been a month. Okay.
Where you been?
Well, not sure. Last thing I remember is just waking up in an exploding building, or an exploded building. And apparently I can fly.
Wait, what? Hang on again. You can fly?
Apparently.
You're not that kind of mixism.
Says you.
Not to
I am
mention,
now,
what
bitch.
the hell happened to your hair?
I have no idea.
Why are you green? Why have you been gone for a month? Why am I asking so many questions that I don't know that I'm not afraid to get the answer to, basically?
Okay, back to the DM playing that character.
Like, I ask, but at this point I'm afraid of the answer.
I mean, it looks good, but a month
I have no idea, okay?
and wings?
Well, I mean, they're not here now.
Wings. Seriously.
Yeah, I can
wings.
fly when I can only fly when I really want to.
Why do you look like a neon sign?
You know, you're leading with that. Can I at least get some clothes?
Yes,
let's
go get
lead
some
with that.
clothes. By the way, I have a note a note from your parents.
Let me guess, they dropped all my stuff off here.
Yes.
And they're not at the house anymore because I already checked there.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, wait, is the gun still here?
The gun? Yeah, I think it is. Are you gonna need it? Are you in trouble? Am I gonna have to worry
Not
about
that I'm aware
shutting
of.
down my lab?
This is like the entire conversation as Raiden is changing. I'm like, not that I'm aware of. I don't think I'm in trouble.
Wait. You said you were gone a month. You were blown up. Is that right?
Oh, the lab or wherever I was blown up.
And you look
I mean,
like a
I think they
neon
have it on the
sign.
news or something.
Yes,
Pretty sure
it's
they have it
all
on the news or
over the
something, 'cause they-
news. And you look up and you see you see that cipher looking around for you, and then you end up getting a message that is showing all of you on there that have
Yeah,
walked
so,
out
like,
of there.
obviously.
And on top of that, you see a replay of you flying out of the building.
See, I told you I could fly.
And he's just speechless. What happened to you?
Honestly, if you want me to be alright, honestly, I have no idea.
Pulls out the fly swatter.
I'm gonna get another wrench thrown at me, aren't I?
No, it's fly swatter.
It's a fly swatter.
You can fly now.
Well, I think you might want to tell your family that you're alive?
I mean, I plan to. At least I wanted to. I wanted to at least close first, instead of this hospital gown thing.
Yeah, that kind of was interesting that you were wearing a hospital gown coming into my place when you know that.
Hey, this
Yeah.
is why I wanted to close.
And he's just mumbling back and forth. Call it the kids these days.
Yeah. And then he just gonna like, Raiden is gonna walk out wearing a black and green leather jacket along with black pants. That's better at least. And then along with it is black combat boots.
Okay.
Well, that's better at least.
Well, at least now you don't look like you've come out of a hospital.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of low key the point.
All right. Well, give your family a call, and I will do some retracting of some things that I've had to do.
Yeah, I plan on giving him a call anyways. And with that, he's gonna step outside of the back end to where it's like a, not really, I wouldn't say really a scrapyard, but it's where a lot
it's a
of
scrapyard. It's a scrapyard.
Fair enough. The scrapyard would be, and he's gonna end up pulling out like, technically it'd be like a phone.
Well,
Considering like hold on,
comms do exist.
some kind of comm, and then end up calling his parents.
Okay. So you get a message from the answering machine.
Oh, great. You never were good at picking up the phone.
And then when you start talking into it, they pick it up. Seriously?
Hi.
A month, and you have not called your mother.
Okay, listen. Okay, first off,
Turn on the TV.
you turn on the TV, look at the
Already the
news.
best NPC.
What did you do?
Okay, to be fair,
What
Already
trouble
best
did you
NPC.
cause now?
Already.
hold on. First off, it wasn't my fault.
Every other NPC is fair game except this one lady.
I feel like just if anyone actually gets this reference, immediately I would have hoped she would have said bullshit. It was.
Bullshit. I
Okay,
know
to be fair,
you.
it wasn't my fault.
What did you do?
Okay. First off, I was minding my own business, asleep, in a tube.
Bullshit. I was.
No, I don't think so.
I get this reference. I was minding my own business. Hey guys, how's the health?
How the hell did you get there in the first place? You were supposed to be with Jacob.
Well, do you remember that little project that I signed up for?
Why did you sign up for it in the first place? You never told us.
I did.
Yeah, you said it was going to be 2 days. Not a month.
It turned out to be a month. I didn't realize it'd be a month, okay? I'd been asleep. I just woke up.
A month. And you
Yes.
didn't call your mother.
Okay, listen to me. First off, how is Dad?
A little bit frustrated and angry.
Okay,
And he's going to be
second
even
off-
more angry when he finds out that you were involved in this.
Second off, I just woke up.
Yes.
Literally.
Oh, you... Wait. Why would you have been asleep for a month?
I have no idea.
You're not on any drugs, are you?
No!
Not today.
Well,
They just like... Raiden, at least I don't think so.
No, he spent a month chillaxing like a baller.
On drugs.
On drugs? Okay, so not on drugs. Was asleep for a month. Didn't have any way of contacting anyone. Are
Also
you...
just happened to escape an exploded building.
Okay, and are you okay? Because that doesn't look like you. I don't know what that was, but that's not you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm fine.
Should ask her for a
Not in pain or anything.
At all? What did you say,
No.
Cormac?
Should ask her for a Pepsi. Canado Cervantes is out there losing his mind if he's listening.
Well, he is here today, so, and he did help me create this, so yeah.
All he wanted was a Pepsi, and she wouldn't give it to him.
Okay.
Are we done yelling at me?
For the time being, until I find out you've done worse. But I'm glad you are alive, at least. And you do know that the family moved.
I think I need to go.
I got the note and my
Okay.
stuff.
We'll do yours next week. Alright, so... Wings? You have wings?
Yes, totally
mean-
over some hot wings.
I mean, I can fly somehow.
You can fly.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at the news,
I am.
they're
You are
showing it.
You are flying.
Yeah, and like the wings aren't there
I
now.
mean, that is your face, but not your hairdo and wings. They don't even look like cyber wings. I'm confused.
I mean, yeah, I'm in the same boat, you know. I just woke up, apparently from a month, sleep, no clue what the hell's happening, and yeah.
Well, we're living in another house, so,
I mean, that part I got. At
Are
least.
you going to come see us?
I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, yeah.
Alright, alright, alright. Well, here's the address, and gives you the address. Would you say that your mom probably just moved within inside that spoke?
Well, you did. Yeah, probably just higher up. Because you did say something about them going from middle class to higher class.
Yeah, because of the lottery.
Yeah, the upper middle. So, it's still in Spoke 5.
Okay.
Lucky for you, it's still in the same spoke you're already in.
Yeah.
The only thing is, what is the lottery? Now, you know that the lottery is when you remember that this is a movement upward. You had a brother, and your brother was picked for the lottery. What is the lottery? The lottery is a gladiator fight. And if you win, your family gets to move up, is given a better life. Unfortunately for you, you are going to die. Because you end up disappearing the day after.
Oh. Also, yeah, so, and then, Ryan's gonna end up, like, getting in the car again and just heading up there.
And when you get up to your parents, because I know you're not going to be here next week anyway, we're going to finish you off and then we'll work with the others next week. You get to your parents and you were literally thrown against the wall with hugs. You cannot move because all your family is around you and actually in tears, uncertain of what to do with you, but at the same time they're in tears. And then your mom slapped you across the back of the head. Why? We just lost your brother. Now
Wait, he is dead?
he won the lottery.
When?
He won the lottery.
Well,
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just no feelings from Magic over there. He's just like, oh well, he did.
Oh, that.
the politics of this place.
I guess
I'm back.
that's some good news to throw in my face after just waking up from a month and escaping a exploded building.
Well, what would you wanted us to do? Wait until you found out your brother's not here?
I mean, a day at least would have been nicer. But still,
You had us
I get
worried
it.
sick.
I get it.
Larry, look, there's a throw-up bucket.
So they are still hugging you, and you do have a little sister, and your little sister is hugging your knees, and she looks up at you. You're not going away too, are you?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
well,
don't really-
agree.
Remember anything? For like last month?
I'm glad you're home. Are you staying, or are you going?
I mean, I'm still going to be working with Jacob, if that tells you anything. I'm not sure if it does.
Thank you for the knockfire. Jacob, yeah. Oh, you're still working with Jacob. Cool. He's kind. He's a kind guy. He's cool. Glad you're home. She's tearing up, but she doesn't know what else to say to you. She's
And I
literally
mean, just
surprised.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not going to get another wrench thrown on my head, am I?
A wrench thrown at your head? Why would
Yeah, I went. Okay, so I went to
No, but
the
your
old house
brother hit
first.
you backside the head.
Which wait, I have three. I have three siblings then, or had three.
You had 3.
Okay, so no, I went to the old house first. No one was there. Okay, so then I went to Jacob, got my stuff, told me about y'all moving here.
Victoria looks back at you.
And that's all I've got. Other than I also just escaped an exploded building. That's probably still on fire a little bit.
It's starting to go out, but yeah. Because it's always raining in Opus. It never stops raining in Opus.
And it sounds like blowing stuff up isn't a very good way to get rid of things then.
And it's kind of interesting that sometimes when you hit something and it comes back, it's yeah, we'll talk about that later. But it's always raining in Opus.
So yeah, I've literally probably been awake for like what, a couple hours? And then Jacob threw a wrench in my head.
We thought you were dead.
Your rating's gonna look down. No, I'm pretty sure I'm quite alive.
We
I feel
also
alive.
we thought you were dead. We thought you were dead. We didn't think you hit the lottery, but like maybe some gang came and destroyed you, or you know.
I mean, sorry, I don't like I said, I don't know. I don't know.
Don't know either.
I literally don't have any memory of this last month at all.
Oh, we probably should find out. Cause, wow. I'm just glad you're here. Come on. Let's eat. And as a Mixism and being a fox at that, you would definitely be eating meat. The meat doesn't look all that appetizing sometimes, but it is meat nonetheless. And this is better meat than normal because you just moved up in the world. And you get what looks like possibly crab, lobster, fish. A lot of fish and a lot of crab and lobster that you'll be eating. You're given a full, the most lovely meal you've had in a while. And I mean, it's like they splurged. This would have been considered a holiday meal for you, and it's now the meal for today.
You know, okay, so then I'm also thinking like this is also a probably this is like taking in like this is out of character and partially in character. Taking into account like how big the map is, I'm guessing that's at least an hour drive. Like here. Okay, so not going to lie, considering I'm still going to be working with Jacob, and it took me an hour to get here by just driving.
You're probably not.
Oh yeah, I
gonna
got the car now.
You got a car?
Yeah.
How?
Found it, and it's mine now. It's literally registered to me.
Wow. Cars are not common in this world. Most of the time people are using bikes. But
I like muscle cars.
yeah, the cars tend to be more of a status symbol. So, wow.
And so,
And
not gonna lie,
Victoria
I'm
looks a
probably-
car? A car? Does it fly?
yeah.
Does it fly? Oh. Oh. Well, some of them fly, you know.
Yeah, but this one doesn't, to be fair.
Okay.
It's fast.
It's still a
Don't get me wrong.
car. It's still an amazing thing. It's a car. A car.
So, and then he's gonna like tell them, so considering it's about an hour drive, I'm probably going to end up staying at the shop a lot. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna be here every now and then, but it's an hour
Right.
drive isn't that going to be that great. Back and forth.
Kind of expected that, son, but you know, don't make your mother worry about you.
I won't. You know I'll still be here every now and then, at least when I get time off.
Right. Well, let's eat. Because I'm sure you're starving after not eating for a month. And we are too. And as we pan out of this part of this city, we notice the family eating, and they eat not normal. They kind of eat like animals. With their hands. And chomping into a lobster. And we're going to move on to the next person, unless we want to stop here for the day. Anybody you want to go? Do we still want to continue?
Fine either way.
Okay.
That leaves Ignis, Shiv, and Riley, correct? But
Yes.
Riley isn't here anymore, right? Or
Yeah,
or
Riley is probably going to be next week.
Okay.
I think we'll do Shiv next week. Let's go with you, Ignis. Let's do you right now. If
I
you
asked that to be reversed, actually.
okay, we'll be
I actually came back. I just had I tried to unmute. I thought I was unmuted.
Oh, okay, so you're back. Okay.
Oh, fair enough. Welcome back.
You want the really quick piece of backstory thing that happens after the stuff. My character goes home, finds that she lives alone, and like, oh my god, and that's it.
Fair enough.
Oh, you got the sad one. Oh,
I am probably going to hop off here because I do need to get some food.
I have a feeling that this is probably a good place to stop. So the other three of
I'll
you
say
will be
you
next
guys
week.
Keep going. It's just I need to go get some food for work.
Right, but it is
Only
already
got 20 minutes
1:30.
left, and yeah, we've got like half
Tell
an
you
hour,
what,
20 minutes left.
for next week, I will write up a quick vignette of the post
Absolutely.
scene stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
you just make everybody sad. You go home, your cat's not even there anymore.
Oh, I mean, I was actually thinking, like, comes home, there's like 3 final notices pinned to the door. There's clearly signs that the door's been kicked in.
Your husband or wife, whichever one you had, or girlfriend, whatever, no longer there. Your cat's dead.
Oh no, the character like lives in an area that doesn't like cops.
Yeah.
What do you do? Live next door to me?
Probably.
Well, let's find. You want to find out?
You know what? Let's actually discover this right now.
Sure, let's do it.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that'd be so fucking hilarious. Riley finally gets to her house. She's just been thinking over and over and over again. I swear I recognize one of them. What the? And then it just flashes to like the rap sheet, the wanted folder, and all this other shit. Like, motherfucker.
Right, that's a success. I had the wisdom not to be your next door neighbor, but just for the sake of it, I'm going to say I live in the same area.
No. So no, hold on, no. You're not her next door neighbor. You just live across the street.
I mean, unless she lives straight across from the Temple Street Cafe, because Cormac lives above it.
Okay.
You just
So-
happen to live across the street. You're just like, wait a minute.
Let's go over Riley
know
once
more.
more. Riley is an AI, formerly Elven, because of the ears.
Yeah, she would be
66
described as being an elf, but then she got detonated.
Yeah. And Soldier, House of Agni, which would have been in Spoke 3.
I mean,
Exact
technically,
opposite of you.
yeah, it's been changed from soldier to cop, but it's still the soldier sort of class of citizen.
It's the soldier type
Kind
of
of thing.
class, yeah. But
Yeah.
a resident cop, and has
Yeah, and of course the police being militarized, there's not a huge line between actual soldiers, as we would refer to them, being different to cops. This is definitely the cyberpunk. The cops are walking around in heavy armor, probably.
well, just
What are you,
north
Mac-
of the
Max Pack?
barracks. That's where you're at, just north of the barracks. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was thinking like the rapid response group that she was part of when she got detonated is effectively Max Pack.
So I ain't gonna hop off your goose boot.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
So, Riley, you are walking around, no voice, no nothing at the moment. What are you doing?
Well, on exiting the building,
Mm-hmm.
there's probably a newscast of a half-naked cyborg chick climbing down the side of a building with clearly highly prototype experimental cybernetics, and a giant sensor bar across the lower half of her body. Because I imagine it's hospital gown stuff that they're wearing on leaving, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Plus, of course, the doctors and that would have needed access to her spine and everything for, cybernetic stuff. So effectively, she's probably flashing everyone whenever there's a lot of wind. And then
Right.
essentially, she does not care to the point where she's literally just going to walk home to the last place she is aware of being home.
Which would be in Spoke 3, just above the barracks, or just north of the barracks. You get there. Lights are off.
Probably getting a lot of weird looks by people in the street.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're getting looks after looks. And they're like, "What the fudge?" Of course, they're saying
You
something
had the
else.
opportunity. You had the opportunity to go Lilu Dallas, but you didn't.
You didn't quite want to.
Nah. So you head over there, and there are like statements all over your door. Eviction notice on your door.
Yeah, unpaid rent, TV license. Fine for having a pair of shoes that were purple.
Yeah, that would have been fine. Yeah, you would have been fine for that for sure.
I mean that you wouldn't have, if it's actually illegal, then no company's going to sell that stuff.
Yeah, no. No, they would not have. You would have actually had to paint it yourself. Which
Yeah,
would have been even worse. Because that means you did it on purpose. Breaking the law.
So Yeah, when she gets back, she goes to try and open the door, and of course it's not going to open. And
It's locked.
there's there's the look of being kind of cheesed off. And then she's going to have an idea, which is to basically walk around outside the building, like look up and spot a window that she knows is kind of wonky because it's a kind of shitty area, and that window doesn't close properly, it doesn't lock. So she's going to test out the idea with the ability,
You're
and
gonna walk
basically,
up the walls.
yeah, you're going to get effectively this settings version of that scene in the first Spider-Man film where he figures out he can climb walls.
So you managed to climb the wall, and
Yeah,
you're
discovering
to
that.
that window,
Yeah, she's effectively Spider-Girl.
and you actually
Climbing.
can open the window from outside, because it's wonky.
Yeah, and luckily enough, her gear is there. Which is not much, because, of course, if you've got a bust window, you're not going to have much because people steal stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your
And so
gear-
effectively, she gets the equipment that, she gets the clothing that she has in the image. The leather jacket with the glowing red inlays, the tank top, and a pair of jeans. And then also a pair of boots, which you can't see in the image, but are actually steel toe caps, which end up with splits in the steel toe caps because her cybernetics are slightly too big for those boots. And in the process of being a bit cheesed off, she kind of accidentally puts a foot through one.
Okay. So just.
Because of that godly strength.
So
Plus, I roll on a strength check against a pair of boots, not happening.
your stuff is locked up. Your regular stuff is locked up. You did get your stuff. Your gear is on. You have an eviction notice. You are. Do you have any animals?
Well, I'm given to lean towards the whole cyberpunk thing of pets are quite rare.
Yeah,
And
it would be rare.
that kind of, so no, she did not get paid that well.
They are rare. They're hard to find, especially reasonable looking animals. Most of them are mutated.
But I imagine with the whole class thing with the different levels of the circles, because she's originally from the lower end, even though you would expect a certain level of respect and comradeship and all that stuff in a police force, people would look at her file and be like, oh damn, this chick's got a really good arrest record. And she's got all this really good marksmanship scores and all that stuff. Oh, that's really great. Yeah, let's meet her. Wait a minute, where was she born? Oh, screw her. She's not getting a promotion.
Yeah, you're lucky to have a promotion because you're from the really lower end of the world. So
Yeah.
you're below. Your family is below Opus, which is even worse than being in the lower circle. So, yeah. You have no family here. You have no, and the family probably doesn't even know you exist. Because you went up to the surface.
Yeah, essentially, no one that she knew prior to place she was 25 and joining the Opus police. Anyone that she was associated with prior to that would have basically cut ties.
Yeah, because you
You know,
decided to
I don't
leave
want to
the
know a
area.
cop. Yeah, essentially. And she still has a bit of that herself to a degree. Well, obviously not to the same level as like the coroner. But even though she is, technically employed by, was employed by, sort of corporate interests, she's not really that interested in it. Like, her entire focus was the law enforcement that she was employed to do.
You just liked helping people in the middle class or wherever it was needed. So, but
Yeah.
fortunately, even though you were an AI, you do, and it could be unfortunately too, have emotions. You've just been gone for a month and you died. You know you died. What is your character thinking?
Well, and getting into the room and getting changed back into her stuff, and then basically being left, solo with her thoughts. She's probably incredibly confused. She would just be confused about where the last month's gone, because the last thing she remembers is literally being detonated. And she's trying to remember who she might be able to call on, like, to ask what's gone on for the past time.
Do you have any ties?
Not really. There would be the first person that would come to mind is one of the other a controller at the police in Opus PD that would have been like would be on comms when they were on out doing jobs.
All right, so
she would find like a spare comm, I imagine, in her gear.
Yeah, oh yeah. You get a
Right,
phone.
so she gets that set up and sends a message. I never even wrote down a name for the guy.
You can do that next time. Or we can.
Yeah, but she sends a message to her old controller buddy, just sort of saying, "Hey, it's me. Where the hell am I? What happened after the insert name of building here raid?"
You will get a message back saying, "Prove that you are Riley."
You got the good old, who the fuck is this?
Right. You can't actually see on the character, but well, I mean, you actually can see it on the character on that image there. Should be clear enough. She has a sizable wolf tattoo going right down the arm that, shockingly isn't blown off. So she'll go up to the mirror and get a photo of that tattoo and send it to her buddy.
Okay, and then you get a message back. You've been gone for a month. You died.
He replies back, bullshit.
No, you died. SOB said that they could possibly save you and sent you to one of their labs to save you. You died. And there is literally that silence coming off. Are you there?
On reading the message about you died and everything, just sort of pauses for a while, and then eventually sends back, yeah, do you have the file? You know, asking for the information that would be given like post operation.
Yes, I will send you the file. You also... Yeah, I'll send you the file. Everybody, though, that you were working with ended up dead in that bomb except you. And that's the second bomb. The first bomb was when you died. The second bomb was the one you almost died in. So, boom.
Not a great track record.
No. But you seem to
Right.
manage
Well-
to survive it.
Yeah, because she'll send that information saying, yeah, that's definitely me. That'll be on the news footage leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can wistfully fade the scene with her looking out the window and seeing that certain tea place that does acupuncture in the back,
Okay.
and thinking, maybe I should go for a cup of tea later.
All right, so that was Riley. Are we going to continue on, or are we going to stop? Ziv?
Okay, I can go. Or Shiv, that works too.
Well, you can
It's
go.
best I go last.
All right,
I mean, Shiv's homeless. We find him in a gutter. Done.
He's not homeless, but he's got two places that he can end up. That's the problem.
Gutter A and gutter B.
I have a way
No.
of getting you involved. You'll be fine. Sort of.
Asylum A, Library B, actual home C.
What about the sewers? You'd be able to Kremlin.
No, you know of a place that you could possibly go because of knowledge.
Yeah, I know the entire map because that exists in the fucking library.
But you
But
also
I'm
know
also
that there
in-
is a place.
But I'm also on the news, and by now they've probably gotten wind of the fact that I am an escaped mental patient.
You'll figure it
Or
out.
at this stage, am an escaped mental patient since I'm no longer in any facility.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and continue on this with Ignis. Now, Ignis has a different lifestyle than any of the rest.
So, to rewind, as Ignis separates from the others, he walks down the street as he's making his way towards Spoke 3. And roll 20 did. Ooh, roll 20 stop that, please.
No.
Roll 20, that's normal. I lost my map for a second as I moved the map. Everything turned black.
Yeah, I've had
But-
that happen to me a few times.
But we're going to slowly make our way to Spoke. Well, first we're going to make our way to the inner circle, and
Okay.
en route we are going to take on a new disguise. You have the PowerPoint slide up, correct? You do.
I do.
As we shift from the disguise on the left to the disguise on the right, as Agnes shortens his hair to a tight cut and dons a suit. And this is through the use of a gift called a second skin. As an
Yes.
action, Ignis can transform into humanoid shapes of his choice. His transformed aspect is dressed and equipped in any way normal to the guise you assume, and you can automatically speak any language or adopt any mannerisms appropriate to the chosen disguise. You see, Ignis is a dragon, but it's through the use of shape-shifting abilities that he's kept himself hidden from human society. Awoken as a Godbound, now he can do this much faster and without preparation or spellcasting. He walks to a nearby store and decides to buy himself a new phone. He reaches into a pocket, whatever currency is used for Opus. I assume there is a physical currency
Credits.
equivalent, but if not, he just pulls out a credit card.
Yeah, it's called credits, and yes, it is a card.
And we will buy ourselves a brand new phone, because we are able to do so, because we have money. My inexhaustible hoard. Wealth somehow finds its way to you, and your hoard is fathomlessly vast. You can always afford anything costing 1 wealth or less, and that's the point that matters. There's a bunch of other stuff here that we'll probably learn about in the future.
Yeah.
But for now, we can buy things that are, well, I don't want to say cheap. Wealth 1 is actually quite a large sum of money, even on its own. But we get ourselves a new iPad, or a new iPhone. Wow, iPod, those are like decades old.
Those are
And
decades. Those are like centuries old. Well, a century old.
And we will call a good friend of ours named Mr. Caldor. You see, Ignis runs his own company within Spoke 3 of the Upper Circle. And so, while Ignis is the owner and CEO, we'll call the president Mr. Caldor. Mr. Caldor.
Ah, yes.
This is Ignis speaking.
Ignis! Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Sorry for any confusion. I'm on a new phone for now.
Right. Okay. Sir, what can I do to help you?
Well,
Been gone a while.
I can't help it during my vacation. I noticed that a bomb has gone off in Spoke 5.
Yes.
I'm calling to make sure our company isn't a part of this, correct?
As far as I know, we have nothing to
Good.
do with it. Except
But for
that
you to set up a...
you were
Go, continue.
there. Weren't you?
No. Why did you hear that?
Oh, well, I thought I heard that you were taking a vacation over there.
I'm taking a vacation, not necessarily just in Spoke 5. Been traveling throughout the city.
Oh, well, my apologies, sir. I didn't. Anyway, how did you hear about that?
I turned on a television set. What do you mean how did I hear about it? The entire city's going to be talking about it for the next month.
Of course. Sorry, sir. Sorry. Oh, it's just been frantic. They're calling.
Set up a meeting with the board of directors. I'll be there within the hour.
Absolutely, sir. Right away, sir. You haven't talked to them for a month, so they're surprised.
Well, yeah, I
you're
took a
on
vacation before I went off to the experiment.
Yeah.
I can't let them know what I'm doing.
Oh.
For clarification, while I am referring to both aliases as Ignis for sake of ease for the viewer experience, they are distinct aliases different from one another.
Okay. All right. Then that changes things. Sorry.
It's no problem.
Yeah, we'll say sorry. We'll just
feel like it'd
assume
be
that
difficult
they
for
were
you.
they were confused, and they were. Oh yes, you were coming back. That was tomorrow. That was supposed to be tomorrow.
Oh, well, things change when a high-powered explosive goes off in the city.
Yes, of course, sir.
Ignorant Industries, we're the leading back business within Opus. I have to make sure that we're not under scrutiny for this.
Absolutely, sir. I do have a feeling.
Alright.
Yes, I believe that that building was SOB Industries
Yes,
that you're
perhaps.
talking about.
But yes. I'll be arriving. I said within the hour earlier, but set the meeting 2 hours from now. I'll need some time to prepare as well.
Absolutely, sir. Right away, sir.
Wonderful. And then I will hang up and I will call. I'll call for. I'll hail down a cab or some form of public transport, and I will head home. Well, to the company.
Okay. So you do get what is
and-
similar to a cab, and yes, some cars do fly, and since you're in the upper circle, they're flying. So you will see the cab swoop down to pick you up, and they will
as
ask
the-
you where to.
Ignan Industries.
Yes, sir. And heads on. And then 2 hours. Is there anything that happens between the 2 hours?
Basically, Ignis is catching up with events that happened within this company for the last month. While it is a large company and mostly self-sufficient, I at least want to be knowledgeable on the happenings of it going on. I assume nothing too major. But I will double confirm to make sure that Ignis Industries is completely removed from anything that happened in Spoke 5 today.
Right,
Make sure my company didn't try to bomb me.
Your company did not try to bomb you
Wonderful.
This time.
this time.
This time.
So, yeah, your company has no involvement in this whatsoever.
At least
It is,
it's
however, your competitor that does.
FN, I believe, correct?
Yes.
FN, what does it stand for? Is it an acronym or is it just FN Industries?
Do you really want me to say it? I think we called it Fuganuts.
FN Industries it is! Well, FNA for short, I suppose.
No, these were changed.
What did we change it to?
Because it's
I forgot.
completely forgot it.
Yeah, I forgot. Where are
Yes.
they at?
It's there's Ligmatech, that's the bad guys.
Ligmatech.
And
Oh, boy.
the other side, the ones who ran the lab that was exploded, is Stogma Heavy
Stogma
Industries.
Oh, okay. This is all news to me. I'm so happy right now.
But yes, your competitor was involved.
But yes, the purpose of the board meeting will be essentially addressing press reports, sorting out everything, because I imagine an investigation will be had of some sort within Ignan Industries by the security teams, because I imagine all of the weapons manufacturers that Opus will be investigated due to the happenings of a bomb going off.
All the industries
so-
that are involved with tech like that will be looked into.
Yes.
And y'all
So,
fucking deserve it.
preparing our records, scripting our responses to the press, etc. Essentially just mitigating damage control to make sure nothing falls into us. And that will be Ignis's, I assume, his entire day, unfortunately.
Yeah, that will be your entire day.
Thankfully, no family to check up on, so we're okay in that regard.
Yeah, well, as long as you've been alive, you probably have friends.
I see though.
And you've
I'm a
had,
dragon, I have acquaintances.
yeah, and you do, well, yeah, acquaintances. And of course, the council will be involved in this conversation.
Emotional damage!
I'll have to
Oh,
settle
oh my gosh. All right, so you have been given 2 points of influence for this scene.
Oh.
So, I will
Use those
allow for
like
you
right
to
now?
use those now or use them next week.
I would like to think for a week about how to find this truth be told.
All right. Thank you very much, Fire, for that lovely bit. Acceptance,
ideas.
influence for the scene.
I certainly have some ideas. I'm just not entirely. I have to brush up on the influence rules, unfortunately. I didn't think it'd come up this fast.
I didn't either, but it is important.
Sure.
So yeah, thank you for
Thank you,
already giving that great thing happening for our lovely Ignis Industries.
You get on your knees for the corpos. Good job.
I mean, someone competent has to run things around these parts. You think the humans will rule themselves? Preposterous.
Alright, so is there
I'm legitimately picturing you as one of the German dragons from Shadowrun.
A little bit. That character is drawn by Jared when I was playing concepts. I was like, you know what? You're right.
kinda sorta, yeah? Alright, so is there anything else, Ignis?
No, I think I'm good for now. It's a short and sweet intro
Excellent.
to the lifestyle of Ignis, head of Ignite Industries.
Ignite Industries. Alright, so
Yeah, straight up
Last-
ignorant.
last intro is going to be with Civ.
Kev,
Shiv.
Shit, like
Kev, with his cousin Shank
Shiv and
and,
Shiv.
and his sister Stiletto.
No, I think the sister would be named Beretta.
and their pet dog named Fang.
Yeah. Like, quick, how many knife puns can we come up with?
Well, they live at the Misery Court Apartments.
Do we think we got our points across?
I
Not yet.
Oh,
I
a
think we need to keep going.
cutting blow.
Apologize for cutting you off. Continue.
I just still don't think we got to the heart of the joke yet. We must push further.
You gotta take another stab at it.
Oh
I
my
wish I
god.
I mean, whenever we're adventuring, we put Shiv up front, so I don't want a knife in my back.
Alright.
That is a surprisingly accurate statement.
I think
Yeah,
out
the
of all the
combat skills
characters,
this time.
I was gonna say, I think out of all the characters, I think you should be the one least likely to try to stab somebody in the back.
I'm carrying a freaking scalpel for crying out loud that I picked up in the place.
I'm disappointed. Why aren't you carrying a shiv?
What was I gonna do? Spend like 20 minutes carving one?
Yeah.
A scalpel is just a medical Shiv.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Scalpel is for cutting. Shiv is for stabbing.
You can stab somebody with something you cut with.
Alright, Shiv Temporis, you are running from the scene. You are
Yeah.
human and age 30. You were a psych patient wearing a different number than everybody else. At first, you were a librarian, and you would have been found on Spoke 1, which is where most of the informational databases are. They tend to be over there in Lipwalken, which means basically air. That dealt with communication systems, things like that.
From Cleric Central.
Yeah. That's where Third Eye News is at, and you know Third Eye News is there, and you know Third Eye News when you see the helicopter in the air with its big marks of Third Eye News.
Yeah, kind of hard to miss. And I'm assuming on the giant video screen that's broadcasting the news to everybody, Shiv eventually see a picture of himself because somebody's eventually leaked out that he was a mental patient.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think anybody cares enough?
Yes, because he was there for a reason. Well, technically they just kind of... Technically they were more hoping he would die on the table. But that's besides the point.
Because he was absolutely annoying. No.
No. You
Sort of.
think anybody cares? You think anybody cares about some random dude?
Not really. Only that you were involved with this. Would they care?
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
just a dot and a spoke.
Yep, so my options are go back to the hospital, go home, or go to the library.
Oh, you have a third option, and you know this third option through your knowledge.
Go to a school.
No, you know there is a place in the city called the Dark Angels Inn that takes in a lot of people who would be considered unsavory.
I'll probably go there then. And see if I can...
That would be
Yeah,
an absolutely amazing session 0 to be like, session 0, hey, let's introduce these characters. Yeah, mine commits Harikari.
Okay, so Dark Angels Inn is the closest place that you could go in Spoke 5.
Okay. I guess I'll go there, because it beats going back to Spoke 1, or going back to, or trying to find a way to Spoke 8.
So you're gonna head down into the lower sections of Spoke 5.
You could always go to Spokane, Washington. Yes, it's exactly how well that joke should go over.
Okay, I am going to go and find you. I am going to go. I am going to bring a roll of newspaper, and I'm going to whack you in the head with it. I
Good.
have to find
Okay.
a newspaper.
Okay. I would love for you to drive up to Spokane, Washington to find me.
Are you in Spokane, Washington?
I don't know, you gotta find me.
Yeah. Alright, so
I'm going to say that just on the basis that the true answer is no, then the answer you give is yes. Just so that you can laugh when he eventually says, I went up there and I couldn't find you.
I mean, I would laugh regardless, even if he starts hitting me with the newspaper.
So, Carson, you were saying?
I was trying to say something, but okay.
Must have been a lie then.
We're going to head into another map. This is a map
Yay!
for the Dark Angel Inn.
Great, I've got to drag myself onto a map. I've got to scroll up because this is in the corner now and not in the center.
And this is just the walkway.
Oh boy!
Yeah. Next to this, as you're going down the streets, you're going straight down on the spoke. The spoke is the street itself. You notice the water is flowing underneath your legs and whatnot. You keep heading downward, down the spoke, and you end up in what is the lower circle. Let me show you guys a picture of what I'm talking about. Alright, almost there. You head down. Do you see this road?
Road that says the road that middle circle is covering.
If you look at the map on our site that we're playing on, or on OBS, you see this part right here. Do you see this? This is the road I'm talking about.
Okay, so going away from the words middle circle.
You're heading down into the inner circle. You see a big building right here with a big sign saying Dark Angel Inn. Now, as a person of knowledge, or a god of knowledge, you would know that this is an underground area.
I think anybody who looks at a map could probably tell that too. Like, everywhere has a seedy underground place somewhere.
No, you know what? we're talking about like underground train rail or underground
like
railroad.
actually physically, like it's basically their physical underground
No.
organization.
Yeah. It's people who help people who are trying to run away or trying
I
to get away
think
from
the more
system.
accurate, I think the more accurate description that you're looking for is quote unquote the railroad, as opposed to the underground,
Yeah.
because the underground is leading to the issue of, are we talking about a subway station or are we talking about quote unquote underground?
The resistance.
This is the resistance.
Yeah.
And
The people who exist to do stuff that makes other people feel good about what's going on in the world.
the last
the people in
humanity
charge are
in the
not.
world.
Yeah.
The last humanity in the world. Okay. So you head and you see the Dark Angel Inn. And next to it is a Waffle House.
Oh,
Plot!
Waffle House.
Plot here!
of course.
AKA, you're the first one to end up where you guys are supposed to be.
Well, I mean, I actually had a feeling you were going to make Cormac's tea house
I could do
to be a
that.
place that everyone just sort of somehow gravitates to.
It may have to happen that way.
The tea house gets bought out. It becomes Waffle House.
I was going to make that joke and say that it becomes Cyber Waffles.
Do that.
Oh, we broke Carson. We broke the DM.
What else
Yeah,
to do?
it only took 3 hours and 19 minutes.
Alright,
I mean,
so
Shit is literally just looking for a place to lie low until he can call home, tell them that he thinks he no longer needs to be a mental patient, so that the hospital people aren't looking for him, but he's gonna keep the scrubs because, well, they're actually kind of comfy.
Yes, the mental patient no longer thinks he needs to be a mental patient.
I'm sure that's 100% accurate and everyone will agree with it.
alright,
You'd be surprised.
so are you heading into the inn or the Waffle House?
Which one's more likely to have a phone?
Both.
I'll go to the Waffle House first.
Alright.
They look at you, say, "Get out, bum. No money, no food."
Oh god, she's got a map for a Waffle House as well. Oh god.
This is the Waffle House from the beginning of Starfighter,
Yeah.
and the scaling is still the same.
Yup. I have not changed it one bit. Because it's the
why I have to
intergalactic
zoom in.
Waffle House.
I have to zoom in just to move my character around. I go to the counter and said, "Nearest phone."
They
Up your
point
ass.
to the. They point over to the left side.
He goes over to where the phone is. I'm assuming it's like
there.
against this wall here,
There.
roughly here, there.
Yeah.
Consider yourself lucky there's a payphone at all.
It's not exactly a payphone, but yeah. It takes credits. So you
Yeah,
slide
I
in
mean-
your. You don't
I will
have
make this-
any credits with you.
No.
Oh.
I am going to use it. I am going to use an unusual concept known as a collect call.
Oh. All right. So let's hear what a collect call is.
No. Okay, hold on. Go ahead. Because there's a funny way to do this, but I want to hear your way.
I pick up. I ask for an operator because I'm sure those still exist. If it's a payphone,
Oh,
Wait,
that blows my mind.
what?
if it's a payphone, then an operator technically would have to exist.
Yes.
So I tell them to call either my parents' place or our family home or the library and spoke on. I don't know, where would they actually live? Because I'm assuming they don't live above the library.
No. They would have a house themselves near the library.
Well, then I'll call that house first and tell them to charge directly to that account.
Okay.
As you do with the collect call.
Right. So you're charging that account. Okay. So you get a 1 moment, please. And a moment later, you
Are dead.
hear who? Who do you hear?
I would assume be one of my parents. Flip a coin.
Left.
All right. So your mother calls. Her mother picks up.
Hey, Mom! Congratulations, good news! I'm alive! I think the mental hospital that you guys checked me into this time thought I was gonna die.
You're alive?
Yep, and I just came out of a blown up building too.
Wait, let's start. Back up. Just back up. To where were you? Where are you?
I believe I was and am in Spoke 5. I am basically an escape station
Why are
now.
you not in Spoke 7?
They sent me for to be basically voluntarily experimented on. I didn't say no. Got sent to a place. Got operated on. The place blew up.
You literally hear crickets. It feels like crickets in the background. As she's like trying to take this all in.
Noise. You hear the dial-up noise. Brain EXE has stopped working. Please reboot. So, here's the thing. I only have mental patient scrubs on right now. I'm probably going to keep them because they're quite comfy. But I do need, well, for one, you guys to accept the charges on this collect call. And, second thing, I'm assuming eventually transportation to the other side of the, place. If that can be arranged by you guys. City, that's what it is, the city.
You were sent to the institution.
Yep, and they sent me to another institution that subsequently got blown up in a bit of corporate warfare.
Shouldn't we not send you back to the institution?
Well, it's been well over a month since I last had a manic episode. I have only been unconscious for a month. And they sent me to these guys hoping I would die, I'm pretty sure. After I, kind of screwed things up at the place for fun.
Why did you screw
I'm
the...
assuming
I haven't spoken in 3 months, and you come up with this hot... What?
Hey, I hacked their computer. I hacked their virtual chess machines to play other games.
Oh.
After that, they eventually sent me to, get operated on. Get some experimental cybernetics put in, I guess. I think they hoped I would die on the table.
What type of relationship do you have with your mother?
At this point, I assume it would be just facepalming, oh no, sort of relationship. Like,
Yeah.
this kind of thing probably doesn't happen often, but problems just happening around him just seem to happen enough that it's like, oh boy, not again.
Yeah.
Like this is why he was checked into the institution, because they figured that would be safe. They were wrong.
How do we know you're not going to have another manic episode?
Well, I'll stay out of the server room for a few weeks, because they only seem to happen when I go in there.
Right. Sure. I will get you some transportation.
Hey, thank you. Oh, how is that?
You hear a
At
click.
this point, he just laughs.
Did you even tell her where you were at?
Spoke 5. I'm
Yeah.
assuming they could trace the call back to the Waffle House.
Yeah,
Because he
okay.
did have to go through an operator.
It's going, yeah, okay. Alright. So, here's the fun part.
Mhm.
Yes, there is a transportation.
But it's back to the hospital.
Yeah.
I figured.
So, are you going to try to get out of it, or are you going to go straight to the hospital?
Well, I don't think there are any computers in there, so I think I'm going to have to go straight back to the hospital, and I will find a way out. Actually, I have a way out. So I guess I'll be going back to the institution again.
Yay! You're going to end up in Spoke 7.
I thought the hospital was Spoke 8.
No, it's Spoke 7.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
on the character sheet.
Guess where Spoke 7 is? Where Cormac
Spoke 7?
is.
Oh. Yay!
So, yeah, you could have ran if you wanted to.
Yeah, but where?
But the people with white coats come out and white,
I'm gonna take you
white,
away,
black,
haha.
and blue, and they come back and
They
they
come to
take
take
you
me
away.
away. Haha, okay, haha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time.
I mean, you have a scalpel. You can't just put it to the guy's throat and be like, "You're gonna stop here and I'm gonna get out."
Yeah, you're a mental patient. You are a crazy person with a stabbing implement.
Yeah, but I'm
How
not
are you
that.
not
But I'm not
being-
homicide. I am not homicidally insane.
All right,
Yeah, but
well
they
then,
don't
I'm
know
a
that.
form of insane that you will. I'm a form of insane that you're gonna get to see a lot of.
oh no. All right.
Well,
don't
I
worry,
know
could-
Carm-
I could.
I know
I
Carmen's
completely
not
plan on
gonna
playing
have
this.
an
Play,
issue.
I completely planned how I'm going to play this character out.
Well, I'm pretty sure at least Carmac's not gonna have an issue if
Okay, well,
you act so psychopathic that I decide to shoot you. Just on
Probably not.
principle.
you do. Okay, so because you decide not to protect yourself from who's coming against you, you are
Nope, I'm not fighting.
you are being manacled, and or actually, yeah, no, straitjacket. Placed
You guys can tell
in
you
the
guys can
vehicle.
tell the governor that you guys can tell the governor that I'm finally moving. I'm finally up and about, and I'm not planning on hacking the entire facility this time. You can tell the governor that I'm back,
Right.
and he has to deal with it.
So, you are then what? The vehicle is a flying vehicle, so it
Yep.
and it's a white. It looks like a white van. So it flies
Yeah, it's
over
a
to
van full of
Spoke
orderlies.
7, and as it's flying over, we're gonna stop there. That is the beginning of our introduction as he goes back in to the institution.
And has never seen
as
the
he
rest
walks
of the
into
game.
As he walks into the institution, he just looks at the governor and says, "Greetings, Clarice."
What? Oh no, not you.
Then Goodbye Horses started playing in the background.
No, it's Two Left Dogs on my Baja Man on repeat forever.
And they realized that you were actually on the news. And
They're like, ah, shit, we thought we got you killed.
and they decide, fine, we're gonna, and then they start taking you to a room, a specialized room, to check you out for every little thing they can before they're gonna put you back in your room. So
You're going to get the strip search that involves the long rubber glove.
yes.
I mean, I did just get out of it. I did just climb out of a burning building and go straight to the nearest place where I allowed myself to be captured again.
Yeah, you did.
That's not insane. That's just not smart.
Yeah, I was going to say,
They
there's
assume
a line
I'd
between
run a way out.
Well, they don't know that. All they know is that you broke out or something. You got out of it and you're back.
Well, they sent me to the experiments. Because I would refuse to say anything other than yes or no to food, or yes or no to something else, and basically hack the entire fucking facility once. They sent me hoping that I would die on an operating table. I obviously did not die on said operating table.
You're right. They were hoping you'd die on an operating table. Because you were a menace to them.
Yep.
And you're back. As a menace, even worse than before.
Yes. Hey, I told my parents I would check into the mentals. I would allow myself to be checked into the mental asylum. I didn't say I was going to enjoy it.
Alright,
I didn't say that I was not going to make my own fun.
So that does bring us to the end of the day. And the end of our introduction.